Welcome to LoganRobo's channel, broadcasting live on twitch.tv/LoganRobo and on youtube.com/LoganRobo. Tonight's game is Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Gambit. Remember, for just $6 a month, you too can help feed a hungry Detective Gumshoe. Don't let another Gumshoe starve. Thank you for tuning in to twitch.tv/LoganRobo and youtube.com/LoganRobo. Please enjoy the stream. And we are live! How is everybody doing? Thank you for being here. I'm sorry that I am a little bit late. I encountered some technical issues. For some reason, multiple times tonight, my computer has just decided it's gonna freeze up for like 15 minutes straight. And normally you'd be like, just bring up Task Manager, close stuff, but can't even do that. And when Task Manager is even frozen, what do you do then? Who manages our tasks when the Task Manager is unmanaged or something like that? I don't know. But I see Extemporaneous was here bright and early with a lurk and a random Transformers check. Freeway. Who is Bro and can you drive on him at many miles per hour? Freeway is what's called a throttle bot. He's a little Transformer car, a little blue car. And the whole thing is that if you pull him back, he like zips forward. And when you turn to a robot, it's just like a quick little flip up thing. So the robot mode doesn't look great. He still has all four wheels on the ground, so you can like pull back and let him go. Not a great superposable robot, but like a really fun gimmick. And sometimes, as a grown man, I just want to watch a little car go zipping around. So yeah, I can do what I want. But thank you for the lurk there, Extemporaneous. Also a would you rather? Would you rather only be able to play your favorite game or only play any other game but your favorite game? I think any other game but my favorite games. My favorite game, I've mentioned before, it's an old classic retro RPG. It's Final Fantasy VI. And I played it. And it's story-based. I've experienced it. It's great. It's wonderful. But I feel like if I had to give that up, I could give up playing it again. If I wanted to revisit, I could watch somebody else play it. So yes, that is my would you rather. Thank you again, Extemporaneous, for the lurk. Queen Katie says, of course you go live right after I rated someone else. I'm sorry, Queen Katie. It's because of those technical difficulties. I got a late start. Later than usual. Queen Katie says, anyway, I go pee now, lurk. Thank you for the lurk, Queen Katie. See when you get back, I'll try to apologize again when you are actually here. Shingo says, hello and welcome back. Nothing like seeing full energy stream. I hope it's full energy. If you ever find me lacking, Shingo, if you ever find me only giving like 95% of my energy, please let me know. And I will give that extra little boost for you. And Kim saying greetings, Mr. Robo in chat. Have a fun stream and a lovely day/night, y'all. Thank you so much, Kim. I watched like a few of your clips. I popped over there. Like, again, I haven't been able to catch you live, but like the fact that you've been so reliably popping in and watching, or at least like saying hi, at least before having to leave, it really means a lot to me. So thank you so much. I hope that one of these days I'm going to be able to catch one of your streams. But thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And you have a great, I think you said you're on the other side of the world, so it's probably day there. So have a great day, morning, great time of whatever orientation you are on the planet, facing toward or away from the sun. Let's load up the game, y'all. Where we left off last time, we just we got to control Gumshoe. Oh, what? Oh, it's a Nora raid. Thank you so much for the raid, Nora. Hang on. I gotta click, make sure I'm clicking on the right thing to load up here. There we go. We gotta load up here. I don't think we have any of our mods here yet, so I'm gonna have to do the shout out for Nora. And because we don't have any mods yet, I'm gonna be able to make sure that we only do one shout out, so it's not gonna be like 5 of them in a row like last time. So how was your stream, Nora? Let's see if we get a good little clip coming up here.
TN reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy it.
Oh, it's this one. It's one where Nora makes Logan noises.
TN reading isn't exactly my cup of tea.
Can someone kill Nora?
No, I'm sorry.
How was the rest of your stream, Nora? How'd the rest of Persona 4 Golden go? How are you enjoying Naoto now that the big reveal has been completed? Let's see. Shingo says that sounds extremely nice. Well, and you being here is extremely nice. So yeah. And there's Oak saying, Nora Raid, we will stab you. Nora says, Nora Raid, we will stab you. Good news, Oak and Nora. I started so late tonight because of technical difficulties that I don't know if too many people realize I'm live yet. So I'm close to staying caught up with chat. But yeah, how was the rest of Persona 4? And Kim says, it's 4 a.m. for me right now, so laughing. Gonna go catch some Z's. Get some sleep. I'm sure you need it. You've earned it. And rest well. And I hope you're able to sleep in tomorrow to make up for staying up so late. Thank you again for being here, Kim. Okay, so as I was saying, last time we got to control Gumshoe, and we were using a metal detector to find that the counterbalance weights that helped Simeon Saint in his big circus stunt to have the elephant smack him, and then he Team Rocket blasts off again into the air. That a bunch of them had been hidden for some reason, and we don't know why. And the metal detector gave us some pings for Ali the alligator's stomach, maybe brain, maybe it's got a plate. It sounds like it ate something metal. We don't know what though, but we're going to find out very soon, I think. So let's play a little bit while we wait for more people to trickle in. Now that I've finally gone live, and then I'll chat with y'all in just a minute here. She was acting as if, I don't know, as if maybe she'd eaten some things that didn't agree with her. I mean, she ate somebody with different political opinions, did not agree. Okay, my brain is not up to doing jokes yet. I'll try and do better jokes later. Maybe the metal detector was responding to whatever she ate, sir. Oh no, what if she ate one of the weights? I highly doubt that even an alligator could swallow a 30-pound lump of iron. I bet one could. I don't think Edgeworth knows about alligators. I have faith an alligator could. I don't think it could successfully poop it out. I think it would die. But I think it could do it. So, what did the metal detector actually pick up? It's got to be something related to the crime, something where somebody was trying to dispose of evidence. And why would someone hide those weights? Perhaps I missed something when I looked at the equipment by the well. Okay, could you recreate the scene again? Coming right up! Oh, we don't get to be Gumshoe anymore. It was nice while it lasted, Gummy. Tiff isn't here, but if she was, she'd say she loves you, Gumshoe. All right, we're back in control of Edgeworth now. Yeah, oh, jogging. Oh, it feels so good. Okay, so he wants to look at the equipment by the well. Oh, hang on. Is the basket unchecked? Can we find out more stuff? A wicker basket, or rather, a cart given the wheels. Hey, wouldn't it be fun to hop in? Oh, this is the same dialogue as before. Yeah, is that a bug that it just never unchecks, I guess? Well, okay. Yeah, we don't need to hear the same dialogue over and over again. All right, let's go take a look at the stuff by the way, Gumshoe. Appreciate you, bro. Mr. Edgeworth, I think I've cracked the case, sir. What if the killer was an invisible man? Hey, then he can walk around without any clothes on, and no one will be able to see his privates. Go on. Well, I see the weapon came out of nowhere and nobody knows how the body was moved. None of that makes sense until you put an invisible man in the picture. Detective, don't tell me you think invisible people really exist. Oh, no, sir. But it'd be fun to see one, though, huh? Oh, wait, no. It wouldn't be fun to see one. Because you can't see one. Because them's invisible. Oh, I'll never see an invisible man. What a winning idea! Perhaps we should make your assignment to Mr. Winner permanent from tomorrow. Yeah, you gotta be kidding me! That kid probably still believes in Santa Claus. Which, it wouldn't be unreasonable. Santa's real. Now, he's not an invisible man, but he can turn invisible so the kids don't see him. It's a basic science. People in glass houses. Okay, so that was worth talking to him again. You got anything else to say? All right, let's look at the well. Well. Let's see, I should read some more in the chat. Nora says, lol, have there be 5 clips? Gosh dang it. Oh, just the one. Just the one. Which is sad because it was a Doki Doki clip with no Natsuki. What is the point of Doki Doki Literature Club without Natsuki? Nora says, it's always this clip. Oak says, we did more before we finished Naoto Dungeon last stream. Okay, so you're all done with like that boss fight and everything? I remember when I first saw that boss fight, Naoto's shadow boss reminded me of like some Japanese character. I couldn't remember it. And a while ago I saw it. I think it's called Kikaider. It's like this Japanese like Kamen Rider type of show. What do you call it? Toku or something like that. Where he's like an android, but it's like divided down in half with one half is like clear, kind of like Cyborg on Teen Titans, the cartoon show. Nora said, rank 9 with my glorious intimate socialing. Nora, you're gonna cheat on Rise. You're not gonna bring yourself to say no to other characters. It's gonna be sad. Oak says, Rise, freak say. Nora says, Naoto is fire. And then the whole command of the Nora command. Oak says, I think I might have to lurk because I need to make dinner. But hopefully if I lurk early in the stream, I can be here for longer later. I hope so too, yes, get some food in you so you have enough energy so you'll be able to stay up late with all of us. And so then that works out really well. Get some food. I had a nice hearty dinner, but I was so hungry after the gym that I wolfed it down, and now I feel bloated and awful and disgusting because I apparently don't have the self-control when I'm hungry. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Every nook and cranny. Okay, so what's unchecked now? Wait is still checked, that's still checked, that's still checked, and that's still checked. Okay, everything is, maybe we're gonna have to deduce with something else. Let's click everything to make sure that there's nothing new first. It's a metal weight of some kind. It looks like it weighs, The projection makes it a little tricky to read. Oh, okay, this is the same dialogue as before. Yeah, 30 pounds. Okay. Oh, and can we go up? Because there's that little up arrow down here. Can we? Oh, there we go. And I don't think we clicked this yet. It looks like this was designed for raising and lowering our bucket. No sign of the bucket, though, which is unfortunate because our good friend Bronco Knight kicked the bucket. Oh, it's okay. I wasn't friends with him, so I can laugh at a dead man's expense. Anything else? Anything else? The window? Nothing? No, okay, back down. I forgot. That was loud to me today. It's Queen Katie. Welcome back, Queen Katie from the lurk. I said it, I think you'd already gone to lurk, but I apologize that I hadn't gone live by the time you need to do your raid. Normally I would have, but I encountered some technical difficulties. My computer today keeps deciding to just randomly freeze for periods of like 15 to 20 minutes. And that happened right as I was trying to go live. So I'm sorry that we couldn't get a raid for you. In fact, let's do, I don't know if we have any mods here, so I'll type this in myself. Let's do a Queen Katie shout out. As if you had raided, and give you a nice little clip and say, people go follow Queen Katie, watch her streams. And there we go.
I happen to have a box of coffee beans in my bag.
The beans.
Go!
Beans.
If you hear someone say, hey, beans are crime around here, you don't just go whipping out beans out of nowhere. I'd be like, hey, I have a box of coffee beans. Like, what are you doing?
In a world where beans are outlawed, don't whip out your beans. Oh, well, crap, why is there a Nora clip playing again?
Piece of shit. I don't know who you are.
Did somebody do a shout out for Nora, or is this just, again, the bug as before? The same bug. It's good to see Mondo. I miss his luxurious hair from that game.
I don't think you want to wear it like that.
I hope we're not suddenly gonna get... Okay, let's wait. Let's make sure there's no more Nora clips. No! Oh, Crystal did... Okay, I assume Crystal did the shout out for Nora. Crystal, how are you doing? So we do have one of our mods here. Hi, Crystal. How you doing? Okay, let's save before we do anything, because I have a feeling we're gonna have to deduce something here. So let's save. We can loop back around to the start. We're finally, for the first time, gonna be saving over old save slots as we stagger our saves. Yeah, because everything is all... Wait. Yeah, everything's all checked off, except... I can't believe that we can't just click the tarp. Okay, so what do we have to deduce? What's in our... Well, first let's also check our brain puzzle pieces. Azia the elephant star of the show alongside Regent, food for Azia that was in the cart until the day before the show was gone by next morning. I mean, we could say that she ate all the apples. That doesn't seem relevant now, though. So let's see, what do we have that can deduce here? We got a prosecutor's badge, the building layout, the pocket chest, rope, knight's body, bloody glove, bloody tarp, door sensors, prison roll call, Sahwit's bracelet, chest piece, prison search, chest diagram, security camera footage, security gates, tunnel prints. Here we go. This was Mr. Saint's trick, a contraption that used. Okay, this probably. Well, we have to. When we deduce this with a contraption used by the well, very heavy weights, 3 pulleys, and 2 lengths of rope. Maybe do we deduce this with the weights? So we go here and then deduce. Could these be related to the evidence somehow? Oh crap, we can lose hit points. But I did just save. Eureka! This piece of evidence reveals a contradiction in the scene of the crime. I gotta need some specifics here, Mr. Edgeworth. Edgeworth is gonna stab himself to lose some hit points. I apologize. I gotta say, I don't get it either, sir. Well, if you look here, come on, sir, you gotta give us more than that. Yes, this contraption, if I'm not imagining things, it's missing something. Well, we need 2 ropes, right? So maybe we click on the ropes?
I love this part in Ace Attorney Investigations where Miles says it's deducing time and deduced all over the place.
Oh, he just deduces all over he just is dropping deduces. Everybody's got deduces all over them. Vero, how you doing, Vero? Thank you so much for the 10 bits. How are you, Vero? Vero, you may notice there's a new redeem available in the store here. I haven't been able to test it because it's a trigger fire redeem, and those apparently you can only test during streams. But Vero, there's a redeem. It's a 10,000 point redeem if you don't want to spend. There we go. And that, by the way, that was awfully quiet. I might have to crank up the volume on that if I can. That, by the way, was a Vero voice reveal from the Transformers channel, showing Vero's favorite seeker, Thundercracker, in the most superior color scheme for Thundercracker that Vero just loves, just absolutely adores. So yeah, and Vero said on Discord, no clue how or when anyone would want to use this, but it was a bit quiet. I think I need to crank up the volume on that. Let me see if I can do that real quick. I bet I could. Unfortunately, there's also a cooldown. You can only use it twice per stream. But let me see if I go in here. And this. No, that volume's to max. I might need to edit the video and crank the volume up that way. But anyway, there it is. Sorry that was kind of quiet, but at least there's a new redeem there. Anyway, I should read some chat. I'm behind in chat. I'm 20 minutes in the stream. I'm probably already 10 minutes behind in chat. Oak says, I read that from Oak. Nora said, Team Rocket mention. Oh yeah, you better prepare for trouble and make a double. Nora. Oak said, Lurk, making steak. Ooh, I just had some spaghetti. Nora said, why did Rick Astley cover Pink Pony Club by Chappell Roan? I don't know. Maybe because he's never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around or hurt you. I don't even know what Pink Pony Club by Chappell Roan did. So she did another song besides that H-O-T-T-O-T-O, Yu-Gi-Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh song. Oak says, Nora's voice for Ko keeps morphing into your K voice. Also, Ko and Daisuke keep getting freaky and taking up 30 minutes for one social link. Which team did Nora join? I was on Daisuke's team, but Ko keeps showing up. Crystal said, quote, Pink Pony Club, I sang as I am still in class. Nora says, Crystal. Quickity says, Unlurk, I am back with food. I am so hungry, help. Well, okay, good news then. All you gotta do, Queen Katie, is eat that food. Because if you're hungry, it's convenient. That's what food does. It makes you not hungry. It's amazing. Quickie said, also salute to my dad, y'all. Still sick. He just went to bed early. I'm sorry. Didn't you say he caught COVID? I hope he gets feeling better. And I hope it's like he gets feeling better in time for your birthday. I mean, that's only a few days away, so probably not. Which, by the way, for those who didn't see on Discord, we are having to change it, so it's not going to be Split Fiction on Saturday. We are looking at Rune Factory 4. I am still accepting other ideas. I think Queen Katie mentioned just more doors, and I believe Beowulf seconded that. However, I tried to look up. It's usually when I'm going to play a game, I avoid spoilers, but I will Google name of the game and then like the length. And it says it's only like an hour long, so maybe we could like do a bunch of these tiny small games. I don't know. Then again, for me, that'd probably be like the full 3 hours. And there's Vero saying, hello, chat. I forgot today is stream day. That's okay. I probably would have forgotten to. Nora said, Vero. Vera said, was too busy reading. What were you reading, Vero? Was it something good? Vera says, Nora. And Crystal does a quote number 443. I don't want to do things that aren't my friends. And Nora said, Vera Sensei, I did my homework. I did too. I hope I get a good grade on it. I should probably play some game. I think we've already chased away the only lurker that we had over on YouTube. If I'm not imagining things, it's missing something. Okay, since we lost a hit point though, I am gonna save scum here. I'm gonna reload my save. Okay, so it's missing another rope, right? Let's check our organizer. I want to say court record, but it's not that anymore. A contraption that used the well, a very heavy weight, 3 pulleys, and 2 lengths of rope. So it's 2 things missing, pulley and a rope. 1 pulley and 1 rope are both gone.
Trial and error. I'm in my animated Altera.
Wait, trial and error? Wait, you're reading trial and error? Or is that one of the, hang on, I'm not sure what trial and error, is that like the name of a Transformers story? I'm not sure. Which, by the way, Vero, I need to mention to you some more stuff. I learned out about it on Discord and everything, but long story short, starting tomorrow is TFCon, a Transformers convention in Los Angeles, which I've been going to the past couple of years. This year I can't afford to go to it. And I'm sad because it's gonna be awesome and some of my friends will be there. But I gotta talk about that on Discord. So I have a bit of a drought as well. It's like I'm not at the convention I wish I was at. Okay, so it was 3 pulleys, 2 lengths of rope. So unless you were saying just trial and error this deduction, let's trial and error the fact, because yeah, if we go up here, there's not a pulley there. I mean, well, that's kind of a pulley. Maybe it's referring to that as a pulley. So let's try the rope first, and let's deduce. It's deducing time. Now I shall deduce all over the place. And this. Eureka! There we go. Think about the 2 recreations, the one during the performance and the one we are looking at right now. Well, what it's going to be is that the other rope is the rope that we found on top of the body. It's that it was with him, that it traveled with him to the workshop. There's a major difference between the 2, namely that one of the ropes is missing. Oh yeah! Mr. Saint's trick wouldn't work with only the items we see before us. So what happened? Where did the missing rope go? I think one of the pieces of evidence we've collected might tell us exactly that. Really? What shows us where the missing rope went? Yes, the rope shows us where the rope is. There's rope. The rope is rope. The rope went to be rope where the rope was roping. This rope was found beside. There might be some rope in there. I don't know. Beside Knight's body. Wait, you mean? Yes. The rope is the rope. Yes, it must have been the other rope used in Mr. Saint's trick. I mean, it's a good deduction, but there's also no guarantee. There are more than 2 ropes in the world. So you're saying, yes, that this rope did indeed have a weight attached to it. Maybe the weight was Knight's body. But it wasn't any of the iron weights we found. Those were hidden in the bushes and replaced with something else. Oh, so that's why they were hidden. Because somebody tied Knight to the body to be the counterweight. And if the other weights were around, that would have raised suspicion, and Simeon Say would have gone like, oh, I need to open up the well and put it down. But because he didn't see the weights, he would have just assumed that, oh, everything was the way it was supposed to be. Those were hidden in the bushes and replaced with something else. What was it, Mr. Edgeworth? Come on, I'm dying here. Not out of curiosity, but I should have told you sooner. I have a horrible terminal illness. After this game is over, I will be dead. That's why you never see me in Dual Destinies or a Spirit of Justice. I'm dead. Sad, I know, but it's the truth. Think about what the rope we found in the workshop was related to. Do that, and you'll soon figure out the answer. The weight dropped down the well in place of the iron weight was this guy, this dead guy.
Take that!
It can only have been Knight's body that was dropped down the well. What? Mr. Knight's body was the weight? Thank goodness his name wasn't Ricky Tiki Tembo, No Sarembo, Chari Mariucci, Pip Perry Pembo. It would have just made it a disaster. Yes, somebody first swapped out the weights used for Mr. Saint's trick. Yay, we got diagrams. That's what everybody loves. And let me read some more in the chat while you see a blinking K. Let's see. Quigator says, Vero. Vero says, and Crystal. Katie. Quigator said, may I have a shout out, please? I meant to raid Logan, but his delay made me raid someone else. I'm sorry. We did get that for you. I'm sorry it took a while. And thank you again for at least the thought, Queen Katie. Vera says, good job. Everyone is so diligent. Nora said, I'm not going to cheat on her. She is my lawful wife. Oak said, she's actually been surprisingly faithful. She turned down Marie already. I know, but that's Marie. She's Poochie, but in persona. Vera says, quote, surprisingly. Yeah, surprisingly. I don't know if you realize this, but Nora falls in love with every woman she sees. Oak says, and I think someone else too. Nora says, Rizzy Kujikawa. There's Queen Katie with the chairman redeem. Thank you again, Queen Katie. Vera said, Logan doesn't know we're here. Two of us. Now I do. Just the two of y'all. Quigator said, yay, I had a fun time with Reverse 1999. Chris will do the shout out for Nora. Quigator said, I fought ghosts 5 times in a row. Vera says, laughing. Beowulf says, hello, lonely man. Beowulf, how are you doing, man? So good to see you here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, I should probably play some more game now that I'm getting a little bit caught up in chat. We're less than a half hour into stream. I can't be that far behind yet. Yes, somebody first swapped out the weights used for Mr. Saint's trick. By the way, does anybody else? It feels like a Sunday to me for some reason. I know we're only like halfway through the week. It's a Thursday, but it feels like the weekend. I don't know why. I don't know why. I know my niece has been like home from school all week because it's like spring break for her, which is weird. It seems so early to me. But anyway, then Mr. Saint used the contraption to make his exit from the stage. Do you think? I mean, I know we had the blood in the cell. Oh, no, because the autopsy said he was killed instantly. I was going to say, do you think Knight was still alive? No. When he let the rope around his body loose. Ew, plap. Both the rope and Mr. Knight's body fell to the bottom of the well. But why? Because if someone like wanted to transport the body down there, you could just drop the body. Okay, no, it's because the time frame. Because we talked before about how if Carcerado was going through the tunnel, he would have encountered the body, and then that's where, like, okay, it had to happen after that. But if he was already dead and was suspended up there, Carcerado could have gone through, and then the body dropped down, and then that also then lines up with Sawit's timetable for when he heard the noise, came out, and saw, okay, so yeah. It seems overly elaborate and unnecessary, but it fits, I guess? That rope was never used to restrain Knight. It was used to suspend his body halfway down the well. From this, we can easily see why most of the weights were hidden. So that no one would realize they'd been replaced with a body. I'd say this was a job well done. Yeah. Precisely. Well done indeed, actually. That was good, Pod. Here, you can have a K-snack. We can then further deduce that they were hidden by the killer. Whoa there, gang. Wasn't poor old Bronco stabbed in the neck? Wouldn't there be blood everywhere, including down the well? Oh, the killer thought of that, which is why they used this. I'm guessing it's the tarp. Let's save. Because I'm not entirely sure about this, and we've been rapid fire clicking on things and offering things, but hopefully that means we're making progress here. What did the killer use to stop Knight's body from going from... Oh, Knight's blood. Why did I say blood? Knight's blood from going everywhere, and from his body from going everywhere. It's gonna be the tarp, yeah?
Take that!
This tarp was found with the body. I think it's likely that Knight's corpse was wrapped in it. Oh, another piece of the puzzle falls into place. It's all coming together now. Love it. But all we're doing is proving that the body did go down the well. Which means we're helping to prove that Simeon was the killer. No, not quite. But what about what Judge Cavell said yesterday? Ah, but if Mr. Saint truly is the killer, why would he need to go to such lengths to commit his crime? So yeah, so it was probably to frame him then. And confuse the timing, or That's true. Knight's body fell down the well when Mr. Saint used his contraption during the show. Therefore, it reveals nothing about where the real killer actually was or what they were doing at the time. It's only designed to throw suspicion onto those who were not at the show. Yeah, I guess we did suspect Mr. Caddis right away, huh? That was the killer's goal, to make us think that the crime took place during the show. In other words, they used the well contraption to construct an alibi. Okay, so that's the case. We know it's not Simeon because he's our client. It's not going to be Carcerado, Canis, or Sawheat. It's got to be Lagarde. It has to be Lagarde. Right? Let me read some more in the chat. Let's see. Nora says, yay, I hope I get 7 clips now. Vera said, Bayo, you're here early. The Nora curse. Vera said, plays 1,000 clips. I think it's nice that Beowulf is able to be here early sometimes. Beowulf, are you actually here, or are you like on the way home now? Vera said, pays 1,000 clips. Nora said, oh man, no more clips. I love that one though. It said, I'm gonna pound you into the ground. Crystal says, excuse me, Nora. Nora said, that's what the clip was. Queegator said, captions, the use bra. Nora said, help what? Vera said, what? Vera says, oh my gosh. Nora said, wow. Vera said, it works. I was excited, okay. Queegator said, didn't even register. There was a voice, lol. Were you guys able to hear the voice okay? I checked and it is maximum volume. I could try to crank it up, but I don't know if that would actually work. Unless, Vero, you wanted to provide new audio that doesn't have the background sound effect from the show you're watching of just you shouting, Seekers! I could easily swap it out. Let's see, Nora said, wait, actually, that's what Vero sounds like. Vera said, Thundercracker's my favorite Seeker, but that color scheme is awful. Oh, I'm sorry, Vera, you must have accidentally hit enter before you could finish that, because clearly you're saying, is awfully amazing. Because it is. Vera said an excited shriek, but yes, at a timestamp, 2002. So look at that, I am only like 13 and a half minutes behind. That is nothing. In other words, they used the well contraption to construct an alibi. Ms. Berry, when exactly did Mr. Saint put his contraption together? It would have been the day before the show, the night before, actually. So he does that, and then Lagarde comes out here at nighttime, probably when all the prisoners are asleep, fiddles with the contraption. Oh wait, do we have a time of death in our autopsy? I don't think we do we? Preliminary autopsy, right? Autopsy report. Yeah, no time of death, so maybe he was killed the night before. Maybe he was killed a lot earlier than we thought. Why would we not have a time of death yet? We started getting ready for the show around 9 p.m. And I think we finished at around midnight. And I bet Lagarde took about 3 hours to do it and turned off the security camera so there'd be no video evidence of her messing with the well. Okay, so we got a body used as weight. The body was left dangling inside the well the night before the incident. So yeah, so we're just saying, yeah, he died the night before. Mr. Saint's trick data updated in my organizer. Used during the show to send Saint flying. The weights were replaced with the victim's body by someone, I don't know. Did Canis know about this contraption? Even if he did, he wouldn't have been able to do much with it. Yeah, as nice as Helmut is, as good of a boy, good a dog as he is, I don't think he could, like, tie a knot. Has a dog in history ever been able to, like, successfully tie knots? I think not. And I highly doubt that he taught his dog to suspend bodies halfway down wells. Yeah, it's really the knot tying that is. They don't have opposable thumbs. It's not like those cats that are polydactyl and got dogs. Can dogs be polydactyl? I actually don't know. Which means Canis isn't the killer. Oh, we're done. Okay, well, let's also save. I'm guessing I think we've examined everything. So maybe we just need to start putting together puzzle pieces inside of our brain pan. So let's try that next. I think we've only got like 3 of them though. Puzzle pieces. Yeah, Azia the elephant, disappearing apples, and body used as weight. Yeah, I don't see how any of these go together. Maybe we need to talk to somebody. You still have a check mark? You still have a check mark. You still have a check mark. Huh. How about that? How about that? Well, I guess we can try and keep looking at this stuff, although it kicked me out of it, so I don't believe there is any more to be found here. Okay, so there isn't, and the deduce button's gone. So, AZ the elephant, disappearing apples, body used as weight. I mean, the disappearing apples might be that the apples were emptied so that the basket was used to transport him in here? Or the apples could be that Asia ate the apple? Let's ask Kay what she thinks we should do next. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? Thank you, Toilet Talk. I will save again, even though I did just save. I will save again. Save. So switch, recreate, or Little Thief's features. Oh, have we talked about Little Thief's features before? Have we? You remember how Little Thief works, right? Yes, it creates a simulation I can interact with and investigate like a real crime scene. That's right, just go around and poke anything you find interesting. Oh, but don't forget that if the input of data is wrong, then the recreation will be wrong too. If you see something weird, try presenting evidence to clear it up. Right, actually, I'm still not very familiar with the new feature you mentioned. It's nothing complicated, but lets you switch between different recreations. So the 2 we've got programmed in right now are... I gotta look in my bag. It's unrelated, I was just getting some chapstick. Getting dried out. All the mouth breathing, you know. The scene as it was during the show 2 days ago and when they were tearing down the stage yesterday. I should remember to talk with Kay again if I need to switch recreate. So maybe that's what we gotta do. Maybe we gotta switch and look at the well again. Yeah. All right, yes, let's change it now. Here you go! This is how things look during the show. So do we look at the well now? I don't believe there is any more to be found here. Crap! Do we at least... We can click on this. That's something new, though. A pulley and a rope. I suppose the 2 do tend to go together. They sure do, like a great thief and her treasure. Can't have one without the other. Sorry, but the proper pairing in this case is a great thief and a set of handcuffs. Recreational handcuffs, when you're old enough. Not now, though. Okay, looked at that. Looked at that. Talked to him. Looked at that. Looked at that. Can I go behind? Everything's all checked off. Regina, do you have anything new to say? Maybe I need to present to her the contraption thing. So, do you come to visit the prison often, Regina? I shall do. I have so many little friends here. It is wonderful. And they're all such sweeties, the old faces and the new. I made a new friend only yesterday. Ali is just the cutest. I think we've seen this dialogue before. Cute, that full-grown alligator lurking in the depths of the pond. Are you sure about that? Can't help worrying you could just wake up and chop. Yeah, the same dialogue as before. Maybe we can present evidence to Kay. Let's try that. Let's try if we go in here. And we're gonna present the new thing we got. No, I don't want profiles, I want evidence. This, present. No, oh, crap. What am I supposed to do? Okay, let's try putting puzzle pieces together. And just trial and error that. Okay, puzzle pieces in my brain noggin. Disappearing disappearing apples. His body used his weight. It's not gonna go together. Yeah, because why would that? Why would that go together? Doesn't add up. Okay, yeah, let's just, I'll reload once we get it figured out. AZ the elephant and disappearing apples. Connect. Oh boy! That? No! Okay, we're just saying, oh, the apples are gone because the elephant ate them? No, hang on. I'm gonna reload so that I don't lose those hit points. So that's what we're waiting on. Apparently we need to go, oh, elephants eat apples. Ooh. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna do that then. This time for realsies, yo. Okay, so, AZ the elephant, disappearing apples, connect, and ploop plop. The apples in the basket were likely eaten by Asia. Really, that is strange. I made sure to put the cart where her trunk couldn't reach them. Are you sure about that? Oh yes, it was still full of apples the night before the show. Okay, so it's not that elephants ate the apples, it's that it's unusual that the elephant was able to reach the apples. Then we must consider the possibility that the cart was moved somewhere within Asia's reach. A large basket full of apples couldn't have been moved by the wind, which likely means somebody moved it for a reason. The basket was moved by someone the night before the show. Okay, so maybe that's gonna go together with the body to say that helped transport the body. So, before the show had even started, the cart had been moved and its apples eaten. Yes, that seems to be the most probable timeline. Let's update the recreation K. Oh, so that's why the cart didn't have the check on it, because there's still new stuff here. Will do, I'll add that into the simulation of the performance then. Just let me change back to that recreation first. Okay, there we go. Updating based on what Regina told us. Bloop, bloop, blop. And it's also no longer blocking the door to the power room. So maybe there's gonna be something important in the power room for the blackout to knock out the security cameras for the missing 3 hours. Duh, I'm an idiot. They're all done! Okay, so we got this. We've got this. Power room. Oh, but before we look at the power room, let's see if we do have anything new about the basket. Little wonder it smelled of animals. It was being used for the elephant. To hold Asia's apples, right? Yup, it was full of them the day before the show. So, they vanished overnight. Oh, did you figure something out, Mr. Edgeworth? Quite possibly. All right, it's gonna be the power room. Before we check in there, let me read a couple more comments in the chat, though. Nora says, Chappelle Rowan has so many songs. No, I don't think so. I think it's just the one. It's just the one. I think your purple pony people eater thing that you're talking about is just a hallucination. Vera said, why did he rickroll us? Because somebody mentioned Rick Astley. What am I supposed to do? I could start from the beginning of the song, you know. We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. Vera said, or that Nora said, my voice for Ko is just K Faraday, ATP. Oh, well, coincidentally, my voice for Daisuke was just K's voice. The voice I do for K was the same voice I did for Daisuke. Oak said, I made Nora pick Daisuke because he's cooler. He is cool. He has a bandage on his nose. They don't let just anybody do that. Quiggy said, don't worry, I am eating pretzels. Nora said, also, guess who can't stay for the full stream tonight? Me. Oh, who can stay for the full stream tonight? Me, I don't have school tomorrow. I misread that. I'm like, you can't? Because yay, you can stay the whole night. Awesome. Vera says, another famous Chappelle Rowan song that you might have heard is one that goes, good luck, babe, or something. It's probably just the same tune, like H-O-T-T-O-G-O, good luck, babe, or something. Quick said, heck yeah, Rune Factory 4, or just more doors. Every time I say that out loud, I think I'm talking about a Lord of the Rings game, just Mordor. That's where you do not simply walk into. You do not simply walk into more doors. No, I wonder if that's gonna come into play in that game. Nora says, good luck, babe. I love Chappelle Rowan so much. Queen Gator says, honestly, I'm shocked Beowulf seconded the Just More Doors suggestion. Well, I don't know if it was a full-on second, but he did remind me and say, hey, don't forget. Queen Katie mentioned this game. But why would that be surprising? Vera said, yeah, one of the animated comics. Yeah, it's okay. We're both sad about TFCon. I need to tell you about stuff with TFCon, though, Vero. I'll save it for the Discord, though, so I don't bore everybody else here with Transformers talk. but I will try to remember that, Vera. Remind me if I forget. Quickita said, quote, I wonder where the rope is. Presents the rope. Nora said, what is happening? Quickita says, I'd quote, the is rope. The rope went to be rope where the rope was roping. Says, wow, my brain is dead. Vera said, I was writing it down. Thank you. Quickita said, I typoed so much. Vera says, I'd quote, the is rope. The rope went to be rope where the rope was roping. Quickita said, I think it should be edited to the rope is rope. I typoed so badly there. For the start of it, Vera said, it was so many ropes. Quickita said, yeah, it was hard to keep up the captions. Lol. Vera said, edit the quote and says, I forgot the command. I don't know it either. Crystal says, the rope roped so bad it got roped from ropes and rope. Now I'm getting roped into it. Vera said, what was it? Quickita says, edit quote, wasn't it? Nora said, Marie is my bestie. Because the game forces her upon you. I mean, hang out with her. It's important for the game, I guess. Crystal says, unlurk, thank you for the unlurk, Crystal. So, yeah, today is the day that you should have class. Are you skipping classes? Are you paying attention to our stream during class? Nora says, shut up, Logan. Okay. Anyway, I'm tired of that already. All right, let's go in the power room. This door appears to be locked. Want me to open it? Can't guarantee anything, but I'll certainly give it a try. Oh, I think we got that before, yeah. No, if we deem it necessary, we will simply ask for the key. So that's what we gotta do. We gotta go in there and we'll find evidence that Lagarde was the one who shut off the power during the night when everyone was asleep and knocked out the security cameras for 3 hours so she could drag Knight's body past that electric fence over to the well, no security camera seeing her. Yeah, so that was the same dialogues before. So in that case, we probably need to put together more puzzle pieces. So let's save again. I think we only have 2 in our brain, so they're probably gonna be the only 2 that are gonna go together. But I still am gonna save scum just to be safe. I save scum to be safe scum. Okay, so we gotta go here. And we have body used as weight and basket of apples. Basket was moved by someone the night before the show. So yeah, the basket was used to transport the body then. The basket was moved the night before the circus performance, and we've deduced that the weights were switched out for the body at around the same time. I can chalk that up to coincidence, huh? Then the next question we should be asking is, why was the cart moved? I think I can hazard a guess. The cart would have been blocking that door. Okay, so it wasn't for transporting the body. It was just to block the door, like I was saying. So we need to get the key for the power room. Which can only mean that somebody needed to open it! Or slide a note under it. Yeah. Now, let's see. Oh, Edgeworth, you said no to her! Edgeworth, she's lockpick. Oh, she sucks. I forgot that she sucks. Oh, great, it's locked. I can't lockpick a door that's locked. Bummer, man. Cowabummer. Let me ask a guard for help. Hey, Mr. Guard! Why is the whole room green and supernatural? Yes, miss, what can I do for you? He's very unfazed by everything that's going on in this yard. That was fast. He is a reliable guard. Edgeworth, you don't see any polar bears stuck to his clavicle. Guard, where is the key for this door? Oh, the warden keeps hold of that. I'll go ask her for it. See, it's Lagarde. She's the only one that has a key. She's the only one that could have gone in there then. Warden Lagarde is the only one with the key. She's the only one with the key to the room the murderer went in. Meaning, if somebody did open the door, they would have had to get it from her somehow. Yes, surely she couldn't have done it. Click, click, salute! Thanks for the help! Okay. We got a bunch of circuit breakers. Look at all these breakers. They must control the electricity for the whole prison. So we got, I don't know what this big one is. This is probably like a master power switch or something. High voltage, so that's gonna be for the fence, the yard, I don't know, cameras. And then sensors, are those for the doors in and out of the workshops and things like that? So we're thinking somebody got in here the night before the show, right? But why? What were they trying to do? Okay, but here's the thing. If this is where you shut off the cameras, you can't shut off the cameras before you flip the switch to shut off the cameras, right? Sounds obvious, but that means the cameras ought to have footage of her going, assuming there's cameras in the yard, they would have footage of her going in there and then cut out right after. So that'd be evidence, right? So we should go check the security camera footage, which means it's so easy, it means we probably won't for some reason. But why? What were they trying to do? Well, I doubt they came here by mistake thinking it was a break room. No, it's not a break room, it's a breaker room. Breaker? Because they're circuit breakers. Oh. They must have come to tamper with the switches. Did they turn off the power to something? Come to think of it, wasn't there something that lost power? What might have lost power had a breaker been flipped? Okay, so we got the security camera footage, right? That's what we're gonna click here. Yes, the timestamp is off to due to a 3-hour gap in the footage. It was actually recording that. Yes, so that, present. Take that. There was a 3-hour gap in the security camera footage. Oh yeah, there was! So somebody flipped the breaker it was connected to? It seems very likely. So again, we should check the security camera footage for whoever went into the power room right before that happened. Let me read some more comments in the chat because I'm already behind. Also, I gotta have a sip of water. Almost an hour to stream and I haven't had any hydration to drink yet.
Circuit breaker? I think you mean circuit racing. I'm desperate for Logan to come back to Yakuza 0.
Oh dang, I thought you were gonna make a Transformers reference, but except you haven't read the Marvel comics yet, because in the Marvel comics there is a human villain named Circuit Breaker that Marvel thought was so promising, they knew that if she appeared first in a Transformers comic that she'd be owned by Hasbro, so they made her appear in a crappy crossover called Secret Wars 2 in a small cameo right before that issue was published, even though it took place afterward. So then they could own the rights to her, and she did not take off. But she just looks like, imagine a naked lady with circuit board all over her. That's what Circuit Breaker looks like. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Vero. I appreciate that. I really want to play the Yakuza Pirate in Hawaii game, whatever it's called, the one with Majima. Because seriously, I was enjoying Yakuza 0 other than the real estate stuff. But after a while, the horrible, horrible controls on that port just wore me down, and it just was so frustrating to try and play it. Plus, not a whole lot of people seem to tune in to watch it. But if the new one like doesn't have those same controller problems, I'd really like to play it. Plus, it looks. I've been trying to avoid stuff, but I've seen a couple of images and little mini clips show up. It looks like Majima has a pet baby tiger. It's amazing. Also, hang on. There's a hang on. I see Joker just popped over on YouTube with a ... How you doing, Joker? How you doing, Protag? How you doing, Ren/Akira? I don't know which you prefer, but how you doing, Joker? And also other YouTube lurkers, hi, I still see you here. We're just reading some Twitch chat, but there's a pin message over here on Twitch. It says, hey, Logan. Oh, this was written by Queen Katie, pinned by Vera. It says, hey, Logan, apparently we missed this game's ladder versus stepladder debate. It was in this case, but we're officially in the endgame zone now, so it's too late. So I'm just gonna post a screenshot script in the AA channel, please, pin. I missed it? Are we certain I missed it? Can I reload and go back and see it? Okay, apparently, I thought I was being pretty thorough clicking everything, but apparently I missed something. So thank you for the heads up. I will check that out after the stream. Thank you, Queen Katie. Let me read a couple more comments. Vera says, oh, edits quote. And Nora says, only Risei. What about just Monica? Just Monica and only Risei? Vera said, got it. Nora said, I only fell in love with Risei. Quickity said, how is this worse yet so much better, lol? Let's see, Vera says, I don't know, man, laughing. And then quote number 461, the rope is rope went to be rope where the rope was roping. Vera said, I got it. Quickity said, there we go. Logan, the blood in the cell was from when Rocco beat Bronco up for the key. But was he also killed there? Because it said that there's a scratch on his head, like a scrape or something. where he was knocked out, and then except Rocco, he did say that he wiped up, so that was probably from the head wound. So he might not have been dead yet? I'm a little bit confused. Nora said, anyways, I'm making another Risei and me drawing, and Oak does not get to see it. How come? Crystal says, I'm still in school, but I have a vacant period. Well, thank you for spending your vacant period with us here, Crystal. Wait, did I read this one also? Joker of on YouTube is saying, you never see it coming. Okay. Let's read one or two more comments. We'll get back in the game. Vera said, nah, it wouldn't be as genuine if I re-recorded it. Aw, said Googling polydactyl. That's when cats have thumbs. We talked about it a few days ago on Discord. Quigita said, unless you're checking to see if dogs can have it. Quigita said, just yell potato if needed. I got it, eventually. Vera said, just say that they have an extra finger, you smart butt. Aw, okay, anyway, let's play the game some more here. It seems very likely. Do you think it was the killer? It's true that shutting off the cameras would have made things easier for them. Okay, so... I'm thinking it's Lagarde. But the fact that we're asking if that's the killer, it's possible that she might have asked somebody, except it was probably after lights out, so none of the prisoners would be able to do that. Except Sawit's bracelet wouldn't have gone on with sensors, so maybe he would have been able to sneak around. Yeah, it would! Which means the killer would have to be someone who had access to the breakers. And it seems only one person has the key. It couldn't be. Could it? Yes, Edgeworth. It's Lagarde. Breaker data jotted down by organizer, located in the power room just off the prison yard. Were they tampered with the night before the body was found? All right, little thief, your work here is done. Boop, boop, beep, boop, 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 beep, boop. Oh, it's so boring and not green now. Investigation complete. Yay, we made some progress. Oh, is this gonna be Lagarde? Just conveniently wandering in? No. Oh, hi, Eustace. First on the scene. Yep, we got here before anyone else. The early bird wins the worm. And I win the worm because I'm winner. Winner, winner, wormy dinner. Good morning, Mr. Winner. Well, how did you get here before me? Good morning, Mr. Edgeworth. I see you've made an early start. And I see you've made a late one. Judge Gavelle. This is not my only case. I'm a very busy woman. Not all of us enjoy the freedom of a prosecutor relieved of his only current responsibility. Oh, I do apologize. I meant, of course, an associate attorney. Associate. That has the word but in it. More like, okay, I got a question for you guys. As you guys know, I don't swear. This word highlighted, I have never been able to, is that a normal word that you're allowed to say? Is that considered vulgar? I don't know if that's a swear word or not, the one highlighted there. We'll see about that. Eustace, let us begin the investigation of the yard. Okay, I'll go get some officers to help. Hold it! That won't be necessary. Why not? We've already finished investigating the yard and won quite the prize in the process. Oh, won? That's the past tense of my name, but I'm supposed to be the oneer. Oh. Your Honor! I'd like to revisit your theory from yesterday in order to thoroughly disprove it. Oh, that's right. Talking smack properly, Nick freely. I would caution you to choose your words carefully, Mr. Edgeworth. Beowulf says in a pinned message that it's not a cuss. Yeah, maybe it's just because the first syllable sounds like it. My entire life, I've avoided saying that word because I'm like, I don't know if I'm allowed to by my own personal moral code. But thank you very much. I appreciate the pin message and for pinning it, Vero, and for the information, Beowulf. Oh, and over on YouTube, Joker is saying, where is Phoenix Wright? I am told he'll make a cameo in this game, but this isn't the main line. This is a spin-off all about Edgeworth, who, I don't know if you played the Ace Attorney games, he was like the, he was the rival Prosecutor that Phoenix Wright went up against in the very first game. And he was popular enough now, he's got his own series where he's out investigating crimes. And so Phoenix Wright apparently is hidden in a cameo somewhere, but we haven't seen him yet. So he's off phoenixing rights and wrongs and things like that. Let's see, Nora said, how do I draw someone smiling? Like this, right? Like that. Nora said, how do I draw someone that just got asked out? Depends. If the person likes the person who got asked out, then it's again like, if the person doesn't like the person that asked that person out, then it's like that. That's how you draw. Crystal says to Nora, pew pew them. Nora says, hi. Crystal says, like Ivan. Nora said, what, stop, why, no, why, would. Quickita says, I love Simeon Hart. Nora says, no. Crystal said, Luca's expression when redacted. Nora says, stop, no, stop it, hey. My gosh, my everything. Quickita said, Logan, no, don't, what did I do? Nora said, no, it was. Quickita said, dang it, he got stabbed. Oh, that. Nora says, my gosh, my universe. Quickita said, yay, he got it. Oak said, I'm sort of here. I'm not fully back, but I'm just caramelizing onions right now. Wow, when you make steak, you don't mess around. I feel like I would cook the meat and then put some steak sauce, or if I'm out of steak sauce, ketchup on it. And I'm like, I'm done. That's all I can do. Maybe get some potatoes on the side. I should play some more of the game. But see when you get back with your caramelized onions, Oak. As I am sure you remember, your badge is in my hands. How could I forget? You've told me several dozen times already. Perhaps you'd care to try a different threat. You have been warned repeatedly, yes, and each time my words seem to have fallen on deaf ears. Once again, we're that's like another reference to the see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil monkey. We got a blind guy. He called Fender mute. She's calling Edgeworth deaf. Is that like, is it important symbolism in this game, in this case? Allow me to make this crystal clear. The committee cannot and will not tolerate insubordination. The fate of my badge and the whims of the committee are of no concern to me now. The only thing that concerns me is proving Simeon Saint's innocence. Interesting, and spoken like a true defense attorney. In that case, I shall be equally uncompromising in the name of the goddess of justice. I will strike down your case without mercy. And when I am done, your career as a prosecutor will be over as well. I hope you do not come to regret this. Judge Cavell's theory. All right, so we made it to a cross-examination, or what do we call it? Rebuttal now, whatever. My theory remains the same as what I related it to you yesterday. Mr. Coserato did not see Mr. Knight's body when he passed through the tunnel, and the reason why is because it was strung up in the well, now we know. As such, the body could only have been dropped down the well during the show. We both know the only one who could have dropped the body down there during the show is Mr. Saint. Okay, so this is gonna be easy then. That's still your assertion, and you can prove it, of course? Of course she can. Who do you think you're up against? What Eustace means to say is that we received the final autopsy report just ahead of our arrival. Oh, she's gonna update an autopsy report, Edgeworth! She really is a very busy woman, busy looking after baby Winner. Oh, I should have called him a baby out loud. That probably would have hurt his feelings and made me feel good. The victim appears to have died the night before the body was discovered. Okay, so there's our time of death. In other words, the night before the show. The cause of death is as stated. It seems the wound is 4 inches deep. Do we know how big that chisel was to know if that was the murder weapon officially then? Autopsy report data updated by organizer. Estimated time of death is between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. on the 27th. Instant death from a stab wound to the neck. 4 inches deep. Tell us that, bro. Why am I calling my organizer bro? I don't know. Simeon Saint was off stage for a period of 15 minutes. That was plenty of time for him to throw the victim's body down the well. Judge Gavell hasn't investigated the yard yet, which means I fear there may be something of a flaw with your theory, Your Honor. I like when he gets smug. He still looks a little bit evil, too. This guy, Edgeworth, has got some edge to him and a good sense of self-worth. You seem very confident of that, but do you have any evidence to prove it? Yes, I think I just might. Yay! All right, you guys know the drill. When we're doing this, we always save, press every statement, and save scum. Yeah, okay, so save. Let me read a few more comments in the chat as well, because I don't know how far behind I am. We're already an hour into stream, and I don't know where we's at. I see over on YouTube, Joker is saying 10 out of 10 dinner is a curry from LeBlanc. I bet he makes a good curry. I do feel like whenever I've had curry, not whatever, like 90% of the time, it smells better than it tastes. And I don't know why. It's like the smell will be like, oh, it smells so good. Then I eat it, it's like, it's a hint of flavor, but like not a lot. Maybe Sojuro would be able to remedy that. Let's see over on Twitch here. See, Oak says, order that. Nora says, hey Crystal. Crystal said, Sua's dead. Nora said, shut up, I have something else to say. Crystal says, Sua's neck go boom. Nora says, Crystal says, 5 booms for Sua. Boom, 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 boom. Crystal doing the boom emotes. Nora said, hey Crystal. Nora says, hey Nora. Huna. Nora says, quote, because you know I hate myself and I can't be in love with someone who likes the things I hate, right? Crystal. Is that a quote from Alien Stage? Quigita says to Vero, could you help me figure something out in the spoiler chat? Vero said, oh, bet. Crystal said, man, bloom into you mid. Nora said, what do you mean? I thought you enjoyed it. Vero said, okay, I got got a capture card. So now I just need a Steam Deck dock. Are you going to start streaming off your Steam Deck, Beowulf? Magpie says, Magpie's here at last. How we doing, Magpie? Good to see you. Welcome. I feel like we're making progress, but also we haven't really done a whole lot yet. But how you doing, Magpie? Quick Katie said, man, I just feel like Beowulf would have suggested something else besides just more doors. Crystal says, quote, I resented you so. I had to keep moving forward in every moment, but you were always one of my only weaknesses. That's why I resented you so. Redacted! Live with love. Embrace the pain, the frailty, and the moments so unbearably shameful. Forgive yourself again and again endlessly, because everything begins from there. And I'm guessing a boom after that, right? Nora says, stop, I hate you, Crystal, but I thought you liked Bloom into you. I think Crystal's just talking smack. Crystal says, I'm not skipping classes. Good, Crystal. I don't want you to become a truant. Oh, Opinion just popped over in YouTube. Says, hello. I just somehow managed to accidentally sleep for 4 hours. I am now miserable. What did I miss? Well, first of all, I'm sorry that you're miserable. I know, like, napping is tough. Like, if it's too short or too long, you just end up groggy. But I'm glad that you're here. Okay, all that you missed is the stunning revelation that the rope is rope. That rope is what the rope is, was, and always will be. That rope be ropin'. That is what we got here. Opinion. But how you doing, Opinion? Other than grogginess. And Joker says, I want to see the little guy behind you a lot. Wait. Like behind me? Like this guy? I can bring him up, but or do you mean like in the game? Let me know what you're talking about, and I'll do my best to help you. Opinion says, the rope here is made out of rope. Oh, it is. It's so much rope that is rope. Made of rope, and that rope that the rope is made of is also rope. It's just rope all the way down. Let me see. Over here, back on Twitch, Nora said, yeah, sorry. Vera said, how long will this bit be? Sorry, I couldn't keep the shut up bit going. Crystal says, do not shut up, Logan. Nora said, no talking. Crystal says, yes, talking. Nora says, aw, Vera said, didn't even last a minute. You guys know how yappy I am. I couldn't last that long without talking to y'all. Nora said, answer my question. Crystal says, Nanami senpai baka. Crystal says, I liked it. I don't love it. I'm neutral about it. Mid means middle. Nora said, I'm gonna go cry now. Crystal says, so neutral. Nora says, lurk crying. See when you get back. Enjoy the cry, I guess. Okay, let's keep going here. So you guys know the drill. Again, press on every statement, and then obviously we're gonna present the evidence that the body was suspended up in the well. My theory remains the same as when I related it to you yesterday. Hold it! That theory being that Mr. Saint was the killer. You're certainly clinging to it rather stubbornly. And you are certainly clinging rather stubbornly to the idea that Mr. Saint wasn't the killer. Well, to be fair, there's more people that aren't Mr. Saint than are. And so I think it's more statistically more likely that somebody else did the murder. Math. Do you have any conclusive evidence that he wasn't? Any idea who the real killer might be? I'd like to see what evidence you yourself have first. I am an emissary of the goddess of justice. My words are her words. But her words are wasted on you, I see. You would challenge me if I said the sky was blue. Is this a court or a count? If you truly mean to refute the word of the divine, then come, show me your evidence. Mr. Carcerato did not see Mr. Knight's body when he passed through the tunnel. So that's true. Isn't it possible that Mr. Carcerato simply failed to notice the body? That's too tight of a tunnel. Assistant to the associate attorney, you have been through the secret passage, have you not? Wow, you're talking to me! The lady with the bosom is talking to me. How'd you know? I noticed mud on you yesterday, on that charming key in your hair, to be precise. That's incredible! You could be a great thief with eyes like that. Answer me truthfully in the name of the goddess. Would you or would you not have noticed a body had one been present? I guess I would have. There you have it. Mr. Carcerato did not see a body, which means there was no body there to see. As such, the body could only have been dropped down the well during the show. That's where the evidence is gonna be. Let's read a couple more comments, though. Over on YouTube, Joker says, the littlest guy breathing down your neck. Are these more lyrics to Persona songs? I don't know the lyrics. And when I've tried to learn them, I think people in chat have told me that I was wrong. Are those Persona lyrics? I don't know who the littlest guy breathing down my neck is, but now I think there's someone there. Nora said, it's one of my favorite shows ever. Crystal said, maybe the anime isn't doing it. I don't know, maybe if I read the manga, I would enjoy it more. Nora said, do you want me to send you the individual pages of the manga that goes after the anime? Toko crashes out. Magpie says, one of my friends pointed out that for a great thief, Kay actively does less theft than any other weird girl. Laughing. So does that mean, so Maya, Emma, Trucy, and does Rafa count as a weird girl in this series? I'm trying to think. Maya, definitely. Maya's doing stealing. Of course, Maya's doing tons. Trucy, too. Trucy makes stuff disappear all the time. There's a pinned message we read. Crystal says, no to Nora. Nora said,
Yes.
Okay, so that is the, so Rafa, Rafa, did she take the Plume Punisher clock? She took something that we showed to her, I think, and messed with. I can't remember what. But yeah, I think it's because that all those other weird girls are hanging out with Phoenix Wright, and he's a bit of a pushover. But thank you very much to the 10 bits Vero and for the clarification. I appreciate it. Let me read a few more comments. I'll check YouTube one more time, then I'll get back into this. Let's see. Nora says, I have to look on what's right after the anime. Crystal, when is your birthday? Okay, I got you. I will send you all of the manga on your birthday in the mail. Where do you live? Nora, Crystal lives in the Philippines. That might be very expensive. Prince Paul sent a care package to Vero that was hundreds of dollars in shipping. Nora said, everyone, where does Crystal live? Quigita said to Vero, could you please pin my comment about the stepladder and ladder? Thank you. Vera said, wait, forgot to ban them. I can't see the name. Nora said, ban what? Vera says, a bot. Wait, there's a bot in the chat? Nora says, oh? Vera said, denied a link, but forgot to ban first. I missed that completely. Crystal says, Nora, no. Vera said, so I forgot the username. Huh. Oh, how about that? Let's see, Opinion says, I'm making chocolate milk to be less miserable. That'll do it. Love chocolate milk. Love Ovaltine. Joker says, on the couch. Okay, so I gotta show you the little guy on the couch back here. Hang on. It's technically two little guys on the couch here. First is, one year at a Transformers convention, somebody was selling handmade little plushies of characters. This is a Decepticon named Croc. He's a fun little guy. And this was his little buddy that's been sitting in his lap for the past couple weeks, Grimlock. Me, Grimlock, am friend with Vero. But
Me Grimlock sad that Vero finished me Grimlock's show. Me Grimlock can't hang out with Vero anymore unless Vero buy an action figure of me Grimlock.
So there you go. So those are the little guys that we got here. Just a couple silly little guys. So I hope it was everything you hoped it would be and more, Joker. All right, let's play a bit more. Let's press these two statements. We'll present the evidence that the body was suspended up in the well, and then we should be able to move forward here and hopefully find out that Judge Gabel went into the power station. We should be able to just check the security footage for out here in the yard, and then boom, she's the killer. Huh? What, huh?
It's okay, Grimlock is in Earth's Park, so I saw him like yesterday.
I forget.
D.
Oh, I almost forgot you're watching that, because as I said, I've only seen the first episode, so I don't even know who. I've seen like a couple of posted spoilers, so I know a few other characters are in, but I guess I've forgotten that Grimlock is in it. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Vera. I appreciate it. Sometimes Grimlock's weird. In Cyberverse, Grimlock has a very different gimmick. I won't say what it is. I guess I'll wait till you get there. But thank you for the 10 bits. I appreciate that, Vero. I still wish that. I wish postage wasn't so expensive. I think we ought to have a fundraiser to raise money for shipping to send Vero some Transformers action figures. I think that is important.
As such, the body could only have been dropped down the well during the show.
Hold it!
Could you talk us through your reasoning on that a little more? The day before the performance, Mr. Knight borrowed the keys from Mr. Carcerado. Or more specifically, the key to his cell. Mr. Knight then used the key to leave his cell and enter Mr. Saint's cage. Mr. Saint took Mr. Knight to the yard in that cage, and that's where he killed him. The following day, Mr. Carcerato crawled his way through the tunnel, but there was no body there yet.
Do we have any evidence that he was killed out here in the yard? Lady, do you have any? Wait a second, that doesn't add up! Mr. Carcerato smelled that sweet smell! So Mr. Knight must have been in the tunnel already. Yeah, he was in the upward section of the tunnel.
No, his body did not pass through the tunnel until sometime after Mr. Carcerato had crawled through it. Mr. Carcerato used the tunnel right around the time the show was starting. The body was discovered just after the performance ended.
From which you deduced that the body could only have been thrown down the well during the show.
Yes, and who the culprit must be.
So is this her last piece of evidence that it's Simeon Saint? I mean, after this, honestly, if we can just prove he's not it, that was our whole goal. We should be done.
We both know the only one who could have dropped the body down there during the show is Mr. Saint.
Hold it!
Are you sure about that? Could nobody else have done it? I understand that Ms. Berry was on stage for the entire performance. Most of the prisoners were watching the show, and those who were not have plausible alibis.
What about the guards?
They too were watching the show, as was the warden.
Except the murder took place the night before, so this doesn't matter.
How can you be so sure a guard could have easily approached the well unnoticed?
So all this was to give Lagarde an alibi that she was at the show then?
None of the guards left their post during the show. I have checked this for myself, you know. I took statements from each and every one of them.
Oh, she's thorough, I'll give her that.
Are you finally ready to accept the truth that the killer could only have been Simeon Saint?
Judge Gavell hasn't carried out a full investigation of the yard yet, which means we've got the advantage for a change.
I should review the evidence we gathered during our investigation of the yard.
Oh. So it's gonna be the third statement. This one here, let's save, and then present the body was suspended at the top of the well. Let's see. Nora said to Crystal, how to send you 8 books. Quick 80 said it was about a cage. We couldn't figure out what it was. Don't worry though, I know exactly when the debate happens in the Great Ace Attorney, both games too, so we're good in that regard. So it was about the cage? I guess we had to, Huh. Oh. Sorry, I missed it. Nora said, you'll see. Crystal said, Nora, just give me cash /HJ. You know, that's a good idea. Just Venmo her. Nora said, that's my mind is too fast for eyes. No, I have to send you 8 books. Crystal said, you're coming. Nora said, by the time that it hits you, your last surprise. Oh, it's more of the lyrics that Joker was doing. Oh, and Joker says over on YouTube, we love the little guys. I do have more of those like little guys. I've got, from when we played Pokemon, I've still got Sizor here. He's my Pokemon friend. I should put them maybe all up on the couch. And I still have the little plush of Chiaki Nanami from Danganronpa. And so maybe I should just put all 3 of them up there and they can just hang out together and be best buds. Anyway, okay, so let's present some evidence. We gotta present here. We saved, right? I think we saved. So present. We gotta do the new evidence that shows used during the show to send Saint flying. The weights were replaced with the victim's body by someone. So this right here, boom. Why is the music still playing? The music only plays if I did a stupid. There's a clear contradiction in your testimony, Judge Gavel. Silence, such statements will not be tolerated by this court. And why not? What precisely is wrong with my statement? For one thing, the fact that you clearly do not believe it yourself. Ah! No! Was it that obvious? I'm going to have to be more careful next time. Okay, so we'll reload. I mean, I guess it did technically drop down the well during the show, but it was like suspended during the show. So we're scumming our save here. So what is the wording exactly that we need? Does she have one where she specifically... Okay, we both know the only one who could have dropped the body down there during the show is... Maybe it's because this says during the show. Let's try the 4th statement then. Instead, present the Mr. Saint's trick.
Objection!
Oh, there we go. The other one should have been close enough. I should have been able to present that to either statement. Sorry, Your Honor, but there's something else you're going to have to take into account. The well in the yard was rigged up to create a certain unique contraption. A contraption. Go on. You will recall that Mr. Saint was sent flying from the stage by the elephant. I do, just before he was to be absent for some time. He was only able to fly through the air thanks to a weighted rope he tied around himself. Which rope, by the way, was rope. Dropping the weighted end down the well allowed him to complete the trick.
Objection!
Oh, was that? I keep forgetting that's his voice. Wait, wouldn't that send him flying as soon as he set foot on the stage?
Hold it!
No, not the rope with the stake. Let me finish. It's simple, really. He kept the weight from falling by using a stake to keep the rope in place. With a second rope, he was able to pull the stake free, thereby controlling when the weight was dropped. We have found evidence to suggest the original weight was replaced with Knight's body. So Gavel's probably going to say, well, there you go. He killed him and just a little bit and then tied him up in the well or some crap like that. It's just going to be that she's going to say he did it like the night before when they were setting up everything or something like that. This was done by the real killer in order to create an alibi. The estimated time of death tells us that the murder took place early in the morning. The killer could have tampered with the contraption in the time between the murder and the show.
Objection!
Huh? Oh, you're saying Mr. Saint himself set this contraption up, right? That means he put the body there, right? Well then, who do you think is the #1 most likely person to have used it to dispose of a body, Relative to nothing going on here, I hope that at the end of the game it turns out that Eustace Winter is actually really, really smart and he's just pretending to be dumb to lull us into like a false sense of superiority to him. Even you must see how this looks.
Objection!
If Mr. Saint was the killer, he could have simply done as Judge Gavel theorized without these extra steps. Ms. Berry! Yes? Does anyone else know how Mr. Saint's trick works? Well, let's see. We had to get the prison's approval on what we were going to perform, so they probably explained it to Lagarde. Lagarde is gonna be the killer. Let me read a few more comments in the chat. Let's see, Nora says, oh, there's some more lyrics there. I'm coming for you, my game always. Crystal says, lurk again, class start. No, Crystal! We'll miss you. See you when you get back, Crystal. Nora said, so something. Crystal says, test. Nora says, bye-bye, Crystal. Have a good test. Yes. Oh, I thought you were testing something in the chat. Yes, good luck on your test. You got this. Quickity said, we're in the real end zone for the case now, y'all. Are we finally? Quickity said, the final corner. Are we going to finish this case tonight? This has been such a long case. been such a long case. Vera said, it's the silly. Quickita said, also winner heart. Nora said, baddie verity. Beowulf says, he sucks so much. And then Quickita with a timestamp, 10202. So I am just under 25 minutes. I'm about 23 minutes behind. Not too bad. Over on YouTube, Opinion says, I have so many things to say about Eustace right now, but it's all kind of case 5 spoilers. I want to talk about my fave. Well, you just got to make sure that you remember to tell us after case 5, because I want to hear all of everyone's opinions, theories, headcanons. I want to hear all that stuff. Queen Kitty said, we may have to do slow mode, y'all. Captions, she's calling Edward death. I don't even know what I was saying. Probably Edward was probably Edgeworth, right? Because when I've added captions in a Adobe Premiere, it sometimes is translated Edgeworth as Edward. Vera said, Crystal mentioned. Beowulf says, when I get the dock, I will. Right now, I just don't have the dock. Well, could you just like set it on like a desk or something? Like prop it up with like a little mini bean bag or a pillow? I guess a pillow probably wouldn't be good for the heat. And the dock probably keeps it like plugged in too, so you wouldn't run out of battery or something. Magpie says, I'm doing good, Logan. I'm feeling back to normal after my battle against stomach flu. Good! I'm glad, Magpie, because it seemed like you were sick for quite a while. I'm glad you're feeling better. It's so good to have you hearty and hale. Queen Katie said, what's with all of us getting sick? I mean, I guess it's that time of year. I got sick twice this season, though. That's too much. Bill said, hey, FanX just got all of lava, but with periods. L-A-V-A. What is L-A-V-A? Lava. What is lava? Magpie says, looks at my country's governance. Well, I know why everyone in my area is getting sick. Bill says, lava, for those who don't know, is 3 voice actors, Ray Chase, Robbie Damon, and Max Middleton. Okay, Ray Chase, which one? Because I know Robbie Damon, I know Max Middleton. Ray Chase sounds vaguely familiar. Who has he played? Magpie says, Bayo tells me even less. Bayo, that tells me even less somehow. I hear you, Toilet Duck. Okay, I'm a good trained Pavlovian dog. I will save. Thank you. Bayo said, basically, their voice actors, Max Middleton, notably, is Ryuji in P5. Robbie Damon was a Akechi in P5, while Ray Chase was a subway announcer in P5. I'm so glad he's in there. I'm so glad you get Ryuji. We get Akechi, and everyone's favorite, subway announcer number 7. I'm sure he's awesome, though. I'm sure he's awesome. But yeah, okay, by the way, in case you didn't know, my TikTok is still hacked. But one of the last videos that I saw before it got hacked, I think the day before, someone was making like it was not really a thirst trap video, but kind of a thirst trap video. Having met the voice actor who plays Gojo on Jujutsu Kaisen, and also, of course, he was Yako in Raincoat and stuff like that. And like the girls are always acting like his voice is so sexy. What makes a voice sexy? I don't know. I want to learn this. I want to train my voice to be an attractive Gojo, because I feel like Gojo, everyone likes it because he's got the bright white little fluffy looking eyelashes, but everyone also loves his voice, and I don't know what makes it sexy. I want to learn. See, and Magpie says, well, what makes him lava? Is it a P5 thing, or? Magpie says, I don't know what these initials mean. Beowulf said, lava is short for loud, annoying, very annoying. So that's each of them. One's loud, one's annoying, one's very annoying, and Magpie says, lol, fair. Okay, let's play a little bit more of the game. We had to get the prison's approval on what we were going to perform, so I didn't think Simeon's the only one who knows. And there you have it. Interesting. You have certainly been diligent in your investigation, and yet I fail to comprehend your actions still. Why do you not work to do what is right? Okay, because here's the thing. I'm pretty sure that Lagarde's motive for killing Bronco Knight was that he wasn't agreeing to call the staged assassination attempt of the king of Zhengfa real. That he was basically not going to take the fall for that. He was going to just like say that no, it was a staged assassination. And so the Zhengfa government had to silence him. And so they probably bribed, paid off, blackmailed, whatever, Lagarde into killing him. Right? And so Gavel's probably involved with this, so the whole do what's right is probably like, you just need to turn a blind eye to this. Didn't let her go. Because if we do convict her, we might find out why she did it, or she might admit to it in order to save her own skin, which would then further complicate things with Zhangfa. International incident or something. Is what I'm doing wrong? If so, who is it that deems it so? How can you not grasp even that? How can you not see that you are doing wrong at this very moment? You are a prosecutor, and yet you aid the defense. This flies in the face of common sense. You are breaking every rule in the book. See, she's not attacking our argument or our evidence. She's just trying to make us feel guilty for the fact that we're doing this. I think only of what is right and just, and act as I see fit in each situation I am confronted with. This is the path I have chosen, and whether you can comprehend that choice is immaterial. But if you mean to stand in my way, I will fight back with all I can bring to bear. Perhaps the goddess of justice is testing me. Very well. If it is her will that we must fight. Hang on, before we fight, I just noticed the birds perched up on the wall behind me. They seem to be cockatoos. Why aren't they pigeons? Huh? What was the pring I just heard? Oh, King QB Naruto! Raided with a party of 5! Oh, and Lord Fifth raided with double raid. Lord Fifth raided with a party of 3? 2 raids! Can we do a shout out for each of them? Is Vero still here? I know Crystal had to get back to class. Let me scroll down. Okay, for those who are here with the raid, hi, my name's Logan. I read every comment in chat. I'm very far behind, about 25 minutes behind. So I'm gonna scroll down to the bottom of the chat oh, thank you for the follow. Hang on. There's King QB Naruto.
Oh god damn, Ghostface, someone scared him. Somebody.
I like your VTuber's outfit. Orange is my favorite color, so that earns you points in my book. Ah, and there's Lord Fifth. Oh, crap, no, we can't look at that stuff. What was that? Why is that a clip? That was not good. I hope that lady had some kind of clothes on. I am suddenly very nervous for my channel. Well, for those who are here with the raid, let me give you an introduction. Oh crap, and they're still going. It's caught in a loop again. This happened the other day before, so I gotta turn this off and back on. I think this happens if we, I don't know, maybe it's if multiple people try and do the raid shoutouts. I'm not sure. But if you're hi raiders, my name is Logan. We stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Currently alternated between this game, Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Gambit, and Metaphor Refantasio. But we're also adding a bonus Saturday stream this week. It's gonna be our community member Queen Katie's birthday. We're looking at possibly playing Rune Factory 4. I am not good at farming simulators, and so you can enjoy my pain in this. So hi. As I was saying, I'm going to scroll down to the bottom of the chat and say hi to Raiders, then I'll scroll back to where I was when I left off. Nora says, oh my gosh. Oak said, whoa, double raid. Lord Fifth with some eyebrow lifting emotes. Quickity said, that's a budgie. Oh, that's what, but again, it's not a pigeon. It's because they got more exotic animals here, but they don't seem to be tied down to anything. Can't they just fly away? Have they had their wings clipped? Let's see, there was the shout out. Vera said at the same time. So let's see, yeah, because one shout out. I think we just need to space out our shout outs. I think if they happen, if one is posted in chat while another's happen, I think that maybe that's how we get caught in a loop. King QB Naruto with some emotes. Nora said 2 raids at once. Oh, and I forgot to say thank you so much for the follow. King QB Naruto. Well, may I call you King QB for short? Is that okay? Whatever I know you as when I first meet you, I will know you as forever. Nora said 2 raids at once. Lord Fifth said dual raid. Oak said literally at the same time. We should have raced slow mode. Quickity said, well, duh. Lost Le Ghost said caught in 4K. Yeah, I am concerned about that because we're also multi-streaming on YouTube, and I don't want to have to like unpublish this VOD, but wow. I hate to say this, but for future raids, we might not be able to risk giving you future shoutouts again, Lord Fifth, if that is in the rotation. But thank you for the raids. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Lord Fifth says, yo, I don't remember that. Oh, You might want to check your clips. Vera said, the glitch laughing, Lord's Fifth. That's my bad. Let me check that out. Queen Kitty said, yee, my birthday is this Saturday. King QB says, love your attitude. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I love your attitude for choosing to raid me. Then Oak says, King QB, Longa, very whimsical individual. AMC says, Loop, how you doing, AMC? So good to see you. King QB says, we were playing Split Fiction. You can call me King or Naruto, up to you. I don't mind whatever. I'll call you Naruto because we do have other kings we've had here before. So I'll call you Naruto for short. I was actually going to play Split Fiction with my buddy Chief Asian this Saturday, but he had a scheduling conflict come up. That's why we're having to reschedule to maybe Rune Factory or something. How is it though? Because I loved A Way Out. I very much enjoyed It Takes Two. Is it as good as those other ones? Quick said, surely it was a small enough for YouTube not to strike. We'll find out. Hopefully it'll just coast under the radar. So just don't tell anybody. Lord Fifth says, let me look at that. Oak says, wait, both of you were playing together. AMC says, I feel you. I just said that. Oak said, because I think I saw Lord Fifth playing Split Fiction earlier too. Cookster says, I have a keyboard and a second secret keyboard for when I need to type with both hands. I still need to get a replacement. My spacebar is still broken. Naruto with some emotes and saying, it's super fun. Lord Fifth says, I don't even see it. I don't know where that came from then. But we just gotta be careful for future reference with those shout outs. Bayo said, I regret looking back to see what happened. Yeah, that was the thing. I guess I could always download this VOD and then blur out that shout out and then re-upload. Oh my gosh, the amount of time it would take just to render a 3-hour long video. But I might need to do that just to be safe. I don't want to get my YouTube, because my TikTok got hacked. YouTube's all I got left, and I'm finally getting some traction on YouTube too. It would suck though if I had to like take it down, take the multi-stream down, because also one thing that works towards your qualifications for monetization is public watch hours. And every time I do one of these streams, I get a chunk more of public watch hours, and it's like, Anyway, I'm not gonna talk about stuff like that right now. We will see what happens. Let's see, where did I leave off? Queekaty says, Pat. Oak says, Queekaty, I don't think YouTube would strike for that. It's a problem. You can use the built-in editor to cut out the VOD. You should be good. Oh, can you do that with live streams? Can you just slice out a little thing from like a live stream thing? Or are you talking about like if I download it and re-upload it? Can you trim out a section of a VOD that you live streamed onto YouTube? Cookster says they're called human resources because we go there for when we need sacrifices. Well, Cookster, humans are a renewable resource. Bill said Mara is fine, but that's different. Yes. People shouldn't be looking at those types of games on Steam when you're streaming. Naruto says, Lord Fifth, you nasty. Lord Fifth said, me and King were doing the collab. Again, I'm sorry. Well, it sounds like it wasn't intentional, so I'll figure out some remedy later. I just may miss out on some public watch hours is all. We shall see what happens. Let's see. Oak says, I assume you can do it with live streams. They pretty much function as regular videos. Okay, but you can do that though after the video is already published though? That's my question. Queekaty said, once the stream is done, it's a video now, isn't it? It is. I just didn't know you could go back and edit videos that are already up. So I'll be discovering that tonight. So let me make a note of the approximate timestamp of that. Because right now is 1 hour and 39 minutes. So it's gonna be somewhere prior to that. But again, thank you both for the double rate. Sorry that I got so fixated on that. I'm very paranoid. I'm very much a worrier. But welcome. And also, crap, I'm sure somebody probably already did this, but in case you didn't, let me type this into chat. Here is a link tree, if anyone is still here with the raid, that includes a Discord invite link, what my TikTok URL should be, except as I said, it got hacked, and whoever hacked it changed it. If I get control back, it'll go back to being that. Also, YouTube, Twitter, all the things. Feel free to make use of it as you see fit or ignore it. I do need to scroll back up a little bit. Let me read a couple more comments in the chat though before I scroll back up, because I think there's a few more. Let's see. Nora says, yes, you can edit videos that are already up. Okay, thank you, Nora. Lord Fifth says, edit that. That's not appropriate for YouTube. Yeah, that's not. I just hope YouTube doesn't notice until after I have a chance to edit it. I don't want to get my account dinged. Bale said, definitely not. Oak says, yeah, the built-in editor is usually for blurring or cutting out things, although it's usually for copyrighted content or if you accidentally dox yourself. Okay, well, I'm going to be using it for that. So I just got to remember to do that like immediately tonight. And hopefully it was like small enough that the YouTube bots won't notice it. And if you're watching the VOD, if you noticed it skip ahead over a few seconds, that's what it was. That is what it was. So let me scroll back up to where I left off in the chat, and we'll continue on with the game. And again, Lord Fifth, Naruto. I like that both of your names are Naruto themed. Lord Fifth, Naruto, thank you both for the double raids. And I hope you enjoyed Split Fiction. I'm looking forward to playing it, hopefully sooner rather than later with my buddy Chief Asian. It's just a matter of scheduling it because, as I said, loved A Way Out, thoroughly enjoyed It Takes Two. But okay, let me, scroll. There we go. Scroll back up. Let's play a little bit more, and then I will read some more of the chat in a little bit. Very well. If it is her will that we must fight, then I shall end this once and for all. Listen well, Mr. Edgeworth, for there is another reason why only Mr. Saint can be the killer. Is it going to be because that's who the King of Zangfa wants to be the killer or something like that? I don't know. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so we got another cross-examination. We're getting a lot done tonight. How about that? Why Saint is the suspect? If the body was moved from the yard to the workshop, then Mr. Knight must have first been brought here to the yard from his cell. Okay, I'm not seeing why Lagarde couldn't have done that, especially since her office is just on the other side of whatever's past that electric fence over there. The only person who had the opportunity to do that is Simeon Saint. And thus he remains the only plausible suspect. Again, Lagarde. Mr. Saint took a cage with him to Mr. Knight's cell. But why would he do that? Why take such an unwieldy object all the way to the holding cells? Okay. That is a fair point. It might have been that he was supposed to take it to the yard and just like made a detour and happen to have it with him. Do you think he was actually trying to help him escape? Yeah, it is pretty sus that you can tell this was translated post-2020 among us. But we've all met Mr. Saint. That's exactly the kind of thing he would do. It's entirely plausible that he took the cage with him out of absent-mindedness and nothing else. It may be plausible. Well, that's all we need! That's all you need. Reasonable doubt, yo! But it is no more or less plausible than him having helped Mr. Knight to escape. But again, the tie goes to the runner, the defense. I need some real solid evidence if I'm going to get her to budge. Why say it is the suspect? Okay, so once again, as I said before, you guys know the drill. We save, press everything, and then present our evidence. Yeah. Let's see, Magpie saying, I don't think she took the clock, but she did touch it when it wasn't supposed to. Maybe that's what it was. So she didn't steal, but she tampered with the crime scene. Rafe did. Queen Katie said, no, I thought Rafe had escaped the mean captions, but no, we had to mention her. I'm sorry, Queen Katie. Bill said, I'm happy they got Max, but isn't he a mainline SMT game? So I probably will not be meeting him, Robbie Damon, and Rafe.
If you give Logan Ovaltine, he'll ask for a bigger mug. When he gets a bigger mug, he'll need extra marshmallows. The marshmallows will remind him of cozy improv game nights. Thinking of improv games, he'll challenge you to one, and if he wins, he'll want more Ovaltine.
That's got to be a Rukov one, right? Rukov's the one who makes the Ovaltine references. Thank you for the beef longer, Rukov! I'm assuming that means you're popping in and awake. Oh, maybe awake, possibly. Thank you for the beef long at TTS. Now, joke's on you though, because I don't usually have hot chocolate with it. I just have cold. I won't put it in a mug. I'll put it in a pint glass, a big old pint glass. Let's see, do I have one nearby? Yeah, the one from dinner right over here. It's empty. Because I finished it right before the stream, didn't have time to take it out to the kitchen. So you can see it has a Utah Jazz logo on it. So a big old pint glass is what I have of chocolate milk. But I do appreciate it. If you guys do give me chocolate milk, yeah, I will want more. Just saying. But thank you so much, Rukov. How are you doing? Since I'm behind the chat, I haven't seen if you got in here. But hi, Rukov. Yeah, but Beowulf saying, I'm happy they got Max, but he isn't in a mainline SMT game. So I probably will not be meeting him, Robbie Damon, and Ray Chase. However, Robbie Damon and Ray Chase, however, I will be meeting. So no love, just Ryuji for Ryuji's sake. Here it says, Grimlock, I miss you. Bale said, never mind. I do have reason to meet Max. Different game, but he was still a major actor in SMT for Apocalypse. Oh,
Just popping in to say hi, I am good. I had dinner with Z last night.
Hey!
I'm going to bed.
I hope you had fun hanging out with him. Thank you for being here, Rukov. Thank you for the 10 bits. I know you need some rest, so sleep well. Good night. You're awesome. I'm glad you missed the part that I'm apparently going to have to try and see if I can edit out of the YouTube stream, and then we'll just let this video expire on Twitch of its own free. We'll just let life take its course. I hope I don't have to like unpublish it, but we'll see what happens. Sorry to keep fixating on that, and thank you for the 10 bits, Rukop. Let's see, Oak says, unlurk steak done, but I'm still eating. Welcome back from the lurk, Oak. I hope you're enjoying the steak and the caramelized onions. Veer said, couch lineup grows. Queekita said, I do have the guide if you wish, Sir Logan. Nora said, okay, wait, oh, Lost Laghost! Thank you for the follow! I hope that means, because I saw you comment earlier when the raid happened. I always just imagine that most like raiders kind of leave because like, this isn't the game we were watching. We were watching Split Fiction. So I thank you that you've been sticking around. And I hope that means you've been enjoying the stream. Thank you so much for the follow. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. I'll read a couple more comments here, then we'll get back because I'm still so far behind. Nora said, Oak, my drawing is cooking, but I can't show it to you. Queekita said, yay, Logan. Oak said, yes, you can. Nora said, you'll never let me live it down. Why are the two you kissing? You smooching in it? Queekita said, 146. Was that recent? Oh, that's from Apollo Justice. Oh, Ace Attorney Trilogy. It was the, are you a Naruto? Queekita says, time spooky. Yeah, because that was Nayuta Sadmati. Queekita said, there depends, Logan. We have a few testimonies left, but you told me not to tell you how many exactly this time. But this is the first of some. Okay, so we'll see. We might be able to get through this tonight. I doubt it, because we're already over halfway through the stream tonight. Vera said, I heard slow mode, and AMC with a hydrate command. Thank you, AMC. I will hydrate right now, and then we will get back into the game. All right, here we go. As I said, we're going to press every statement, then decide where we're going to present evidence. If the body was moved from the yard to the workshop... Hold it! You seem to think that Mr. Knight was killed here in the yard. When do you think he was brought here? Sometime between midnight and 8 a.m. the day of the show. It could only have been during that time. Why? In other words, between the end of rehearsal and the start of the performance. As I was saying, I guess because that's when we saw him. Well, no, because when did we see him on security footage? I don't remember. As I was saying, if the body was moved from the yard to the workshop, then Mr. Knight must have first been brought here to the yard from his cell. Hold it! Was there really no other way he could have come here? Mr. Knight was awaiting trial. If he, a random non-inmate, had openly entered the prison proper, he surely would have been noticed. And presumably none of your witnesses have testified to having seen such a thing. Precisely. Praise be to the goddess of justice for granting you this insight. So, as you will agree, it can only be that Mr. Knight was brought over here in secret. The only person who had the opportunity to do that is Simeon Saint. I guess we could possibly present something there? Do we present the breakers, maybe? I don't know. Let's keep pressing.
Hold it!
You're certain nobody else had the opportunity? Need I remind you that we are in a prison? The entire facility is monitored at all times. Anything out of the ordinary would have been spotted. There we go. So yeah, does she need to add that to her testimony? Yeah, it'll be the breakers, right? Yeah, there we go. But Mr. Saint was under that same scrutiny, was he not? The warden had granted the members of the circus troupe special access. As a member of that troupe under the supervision of Ms. Berry, he is the only person who is free to wander where he willed.
Objection!
It seems you've forgotten something, Your Honor. Forget is not a word in my vocabulary, Mr. Edwards. Seriously, I'm assuming that is the verb form when you said forgotten, but I don't know what does... I'm not being clever. What does that mean? Very well, then recall this fact, if you will. You claim that Mr. Saint is the only person who is free to walk about the prison, but there was a brief period of time on the day of the crime. But there was a brief period of time on the day of the crime in this prison, a time when it would have been possible for anyone to move through the prison entirely unmonitored. Crap, are you gonna let me save? You're not gonna let me save. Oh, crap. What do I have that shows that there was a period of time when the crime was, of the day of the crime where oversight was limited? It's either going to be the camera stuff because it says there's a 3-hour gap in the footage, or it'll be the breaker says located the power room just off the prison yard where they tampered with the night before. Okay, so it's gonna be the camera footage then. With the 3-hour gaps, that's gonna show there was a 3-hour gap. They'll probably present the breakers to show why there was a 3-hour gap. Oh, please, game, please accept the breakers. Please understand what I'm saying, game. Please, game. I mean, I did save right before the cross-examination, but...
Take that!
Oh, thank you. Mr. Saint is far from the only one who had the opportunity. Which opportunity are we talking about again? We have previously established that the time code on the security footage was off by 3 hours. And from this, we can deduce that there must have been a power outage lasting for that length of time, during which anyone could have moved around the prison undetected. Do you mean to say that our killer intentionally created this 3-hour gap? That was no simple camera malfunction? Is that even possible? Let's save, because I'm guessing we're going to present evidence again. And the evidence we present is... Oh, crap. I tried clicking options to save and it clicked out of it, and now I gotta... Okay, it's going to be the breaker room, right? It was completely possible to create the 3-hour gap using this!
Take that!
Our investigation of the yard turned up something rather interesting. A panel of breakers. One which can be used to cut the power to the security cameras. Okay, I should read some more in the chat because, again, I'm behind. Quickity said, I'm getting snacky. Good thing I just found some Valentine's gummies. Don't worry, it says Best Buy September 2025. It's all good. I'm still eating leftover Halloween candies as long as it's still Best Buy. Oak said, I mostly know Ray Chase as Sukuna. Oh man, he was so good. That episode where he fought, crap, what was the name? One-eyed guy. I get some, because some of the names are all so similar, because you got Gojo, and then you got Gato, is it Jogo? Jogo? Was that his name? The one-eyed guy with the volcano head? Jogo, right? The bit at the end, you were strong. So good. Nora said, Queen Katie taught me who Robbie Damon was. Queen Katie said, yee. He also played a cat in Ruby. No extra context needed for Logan. Nora said, just a silly little guy. Magpie says, hot take, John Noble's voice as Scarecrow in Arkham Knight is a sexy voice. That kind of dark sort of... I'll have to study these voices to learn how to have that quality. Oak says, okay, fully unlurk now. I finished my steak. Thank you for the full unlurk. And there's where the raid happens, and I can scroll down a whole bunch till I can get to where I was, where I finished. There, and there's that, and that, there we go. So now let's get back into the game. Now that I'm getting slowly close to catching up to chat. A panel of breakers, one which can be used to cut the power to the security cameras. We also learned that the door to the power room may have been opened at around the time of the murder. Whoa, the same spot. It's getting sore. Such a shame to see one so capable fall so short of the mark. Mr. Edgeworth knows what he's doing! Then how does he explain the lock on the power room door? Oh, that's all. Gavel did it. Or, it's not Gavel, excuse me, Lagarde. They both sound French to me. I'm sorry. No offense to all you French people out there. I can't tell you apart. I'm pretty sure I'm looking at Bebe right now from Persona 3. Oh yeah, it was kind of locked up tight. And the warden's the only one with the key. Oh man, if only we could figure out who the murderer was. If someone had to have the key and she's the only one with the key, I guess we just don't know. Those breakers are vital to the prison's infrastructure, so I very much doubt that anyone could have gained access to the power room's key so easily. Objection! Oh, No, but one person could have. I beg your pardon? That person, the killer, had easy access to it, in fact. And what's more, their position here is such that nobody would dare question them.
Objection!
What? There's no one like that. No one at all. You're a liar. The breaker to the electric fence is in there. They would be questioned in an instant.
There's only one person who meets these criteria. It's Lagarde. Once again, I'm gonna save. Just in case I'm somehow wrong.
See in the chat, Nora says, luckily I'm drawing, so I did not see what the clip was. Basically, it was a shout out, and in the shout out, you see the screen, it was like checking out Steam, like looking at games, and it popped over to check out a game, and there was and you know how Steam, it has like the screenshots at the top of the game page? Big old naked lady, right there. Let's see, Bale said, Catherine is my limit for that kind of thing, but Catherine, unlike whatever that was, actually has an interesting story. Well, okay, to be fair, we don't know what that story was. Maybe there was a very compelling reason for that lady to be clothless. Nora said, why did she say sus? K, no, bad K. See, Nora says, bad K. Magpie says, hilariously, if K said sus, isn't that anachronistic given the time period? There's supposed to be oh, you got a good point. Well, actually, hang on, because what year does this take place? And what year did Among Us technically come out? Oh, except no, because sus is never said in Among Us. That just came with the gaming culture of people playing it. Because Among Us came out like years before it had its renaissance during the COVID lockdowns. So yeah, crap. It's a horrible game. We should stop playing right now. Quickity said, isn't this taking place in 2019? Unsure though. Magpie says, honestly, wait, no, hang on. Even though they have flip phones, all these games are the near future, aren't they? It's not like the Persona games where they're in the past, so I don't know. Magpie says, honestly, I have no idea because I'm a time travel, I'm in a time travel related AA roleplay Discord, and half the time I have to check what my actual year is because I'm so confused by timelines anymore. Quickie said, you know what, let me check the actual timeline on the wiki, and Magpie says, I think you're probably right though. When did Among Us get popular? I forget. Yeah, it was during 2020, it was because of the COVID lockdown. It came out years before, but everybody was stuck home with nothing to do, so they started Among Us-ing. Quickity said, yep, this case is 2019. Let me check Among Us' date. Well, but again, it doesn't matter if Among Us came out before that, because it wasn't till the culture, because like you don't, like the word sus is never used automatically in Among Us. It was just used by people playing it. It was like shorthand. So I don't know, maybe Among Us had like some small culture of people who used it. And maybe there's some people that still use that as slang, but it didn't really become mainstream until 2020. Rukov says, clips. Yeah, bad stuff, Rukov. Quickie said, Among Us came out in 2018, so yeah, it matches up. Magpie says, Among Us was out a long time before it became popular. Queen Katie laughing. Vera said he revealed his exact location. Trust. Oh yeah, that's why the little bit was snipped out. Yeah. Lost Lago says, I like meeting new folks. I'll continue to lurking as I like the vibes. Well, thank you so much, Lost Lagos, and thank you again for the follow earlier, you and Naruto. And Nora said, quote, are you two smooching? Well, not quite. Oh, they're probably leaning in for a smooch. It's pre-smooch. Let's play some more of the game, and then I'll be back to the chat. But I gotta be getting close, because we weren't talking about that stuff that long ago. Slow mode seems to be finally working. There's only one person who meets these criteria. I can hardly believe it myself, but I have to follow where the logic leads. The person who had access to the power room key was Gumshoe. It was Gumshoe. Have we read what Edgeworth thinks about all these people? That a self-styled great thief and so-called second Yatagras who is always looking for to bag the greatest treasure of all, the truth. Homicide detective from the local precinct who's always first on the scene at any murder investigation. The victim, he was killed while being detained in the detention center's holding cells. His body was discovered in the prison proper. Senior partner at Edgeworth & Co. and former assistant to my father, also Simeon Saint's attorney. An inmate obsessed with escaping. A tunnel links his cell to Knight's holding cell. A district court judge and member of the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence who acts as its mouthpiece. A rookie prosecutor who's taken over my cases on the committee's orders. The suspect in this case, a trainee animal tamer at the Very Big Circus. And there we go, it's gonna be Fifi Lagarde. Warden of the prison, an animal lover who considers physical contact to be very important. Frank Sawit, a prisoner and trainee pet stylist who has first discovered the body. His security bracelet is broken. Body Harmer Canis, a blind ex-assassin whose favored tools were a black dog and a knife. The tinkling of small bells usually accompanied his appearance.
even he gets a thing. Shilong Lang, an Interpol agent with an unrivaled arrest rate, originally from Zhangfa. And Regina Berry, head animal trainer at the Berry Big Circus and Saint's boss. Wait, so she's still 17 and she's his boss? It's weird. Okay, present Fifi Lagarde. The real culprit is... Barf, 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 barf. I'm Mitchell, I'm still here. What are we... Oh, did I hear someone talking about delicious culprits? Warden Lagarde! Oh, just look at you, aren't you the cutest little poochie woo? He's not just a pretty face. Missile also has quite the nose for sweet things. I hope during her breakdown, we find out what she looks like, because she's got a big fluffy coat. Is she big and fluffy? Is she fat to fill it out? Is she like really scrawny and is hiding like smaller people and animals inside of her coat? I bet her coat is full of animals. I bet! Because like her mink shawl is alive. I bet every one of these stripes of her fur coat is a live animal. And they're just all wrapped around her. And they're all gonna come to life and scurry off when she has her breakdown. I'm calling it now. It seems he's smelling something very sweet indeed. And it's coming from you. Oh, darling, you're making me blush. I'm not even wearing perfume. Then perhaps it is the sweet stench of death. Oh, you're a regular poet, aren't you? I had no idea. I bet if you ever decide to go out of town, you'd leave a letter saying that you choose death. But if I didn't know better, I'd almost think you were calling moi the killer. Just because when I entered, you said that I'm the real killer. Does that mean you're calling me the killer? That is precisely what I'm calling you. Oh. What? Warden Lagarde is the killer? Mr. Edgeworth, do you realize what you're saying? Oh, such a naughty boy. Oh, how could he suspect me? I'm the one in charge around here. That's right. I have a very inappropriate relationship with my shawl. It's like we're in a murder mystery, aren't we? And equally far-fetched. This is preposterous. Hold it! Sadly, it is not. Although I can hardly believe it myself. But this is where the evidence points, and we must trust in the evidence. Oh, I see a poll appeared. Paid poll. Favorite AA name pun for community. Members cats. Okay, and I'm sure there'll hopefully be a pin message explaining all the puns. Hayden Atador. Banznaren. Kant Channel Gotsu. Renee Way. Or Natha Outs. So I look forward to hearing who these all are, because I think I'm bad at figuring out some of these things. But thank you very much for the poll. Nora say, oh, I already read that. Let's see. Dadarukov says, I know his exact location and how. Oh, hang on. Blah. A thing just popped up in front of that message I was reading. It was a pin message explaining them, written by Vero, saying Hayden Atador is hiding at a door, Pepper. Oh, because he's outside the door when I'm streaming. Banza Aaron. Bouncing around my cat Ma. Oh, it's bounds around. Oh, bounce around. Bounce around my cat Molly. Can't channel Gotsu. Can't channel Ghost Mia. Renee Way. Ran away Maya. Oh. Nathan Outs. No thoughts. Ben. Wendy's. Oh, no thoughts. No thoughts. No thoughts, Ben. Oh, those are all really cute. I just had to like pronounce them right, which I struggled with. So I'm going to say hide to nut the door because that's my cat. That's Pepper. But thank you very much for the poll. I need a sip of water also. Hang on 1 second. And thank you for the pinned message. And Rukov was saying, I know his exact location and have since 2020, but I have been to that neighborhood a lot since my sister moved in. Quickita said, yeah, if not tonight, probably next stream we'll finish case 2. It's literally just a barrel of testimonies left here, so anything goes. Quingita said, Verity, forgot the word forget. Nora said, Oak, are you here? Also, I finished my drawing. Quick Kitty said, fun fact about this. According to the guide, you could have either presented the security camera footage here or the statement. Security camera footage here on the statement, or like what you did here, press the statement and wait for the prompt to present it there. Okay, so the game was a little bit nice. It was a little bit nice. That's good.
Nora says, unlurk, thank you for the unlurk, Nora. And Queen Kitty says, add quote, no offense to all you French people out there. I can't tell you apart. I'm pretty sure I'm looking at Bebe right now from Persona 3, and Vero adds the quote. Oh, and there's where the poll suggested. So yeah, I gotta be like really close to catching up to the chat. Okay, let's play a little bit more. Because we still got like a good hour left. We could totally finish this case. I think it's possible. But this is where the evidence points, and we must trust in the evidence. This piece of evidence proves that Warden Lagarde is the killer. Oh, crap! And I haven't saved in a while. I'm guessing it's gonna be the breaker room, right? Oh, and bouncing around one with 68% of the vote. So close to being nice, with Nora contributing 130 channel points. Okay. So it's not my prosecutor's badge, not the building. I'm guessing it's the breakers, but let's check everything else out first. Pocket chests, the rope, the dead body, stab wound to the throat. Oh, sweet scent can be detected. I mean, that doesn't prove it though, but it could be that. Also bloodstain, run workshop A, prison roll call, sawweeds bracelet, dog chest piece, which we still haven't used for anything yet. So that better come up at some point. It's probably gonna be like after we solve it. It's like, here's how we know that Canis likes dogs. Prison search, chest diagram, security camera footage, security gates, tunnel prints, autopsy report, estimated time of death between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. on the 27th, instant death from a stab wound to the neck. Let's see if there's anything else pertinent. Victim, Bronco Knight, 24, cause of death, stab wound to the throat, instant death, wound is 4 inches deep, murder weapon, a sharp blade of some sort, estimated time of death between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. on the 27th. The chisel contains traces of blood hidden by Canis inside the dog's mouth, has a small bell attached to it. The bell, only 2 such bells exist. Mr. Saint's trick, located in the power room, turn off, were they tampered just before, okay. So it's either the breakers or it's the body having a sweet scent. The text of the evidence here doesn't mention the fact that she had the only key, so I'm going to guess it's the body with a sweet scent. I mean, I guess it's okay if we reach the end of the case and I've taken a hit on hit points. But let's try this. A sweet scent. I mean, but that doesn't prove that she's the killer, though. A lot of things smell sweet. Okay. I'm probably wrong, and I couldn't say it beforehand. Let's try.
Take that!
Oh, thank you, game! Your scent betrays you, Warden. And here is your accuser. So we're deciding that he's going crazy because he smells that specific sweet scent. The police dog. We had him track a sweet scent that was lingering around Knight's body back when it was first found. See, I thought that was just the cake that we found at the other end of the tunnel. Maybe that's what she has under her coat. Just lots and lots of chocolate cake. Maybe she's made of chocolate cake. He now appears to be smelling the same scent. And it's coming from you, not you, Gavel. Step aside, behind you. Lagarde, right there. Oh, darling, you're priceless. Really, you are. Your evidence is a whiff of suspicion. Oh, Verity, dear, do put him in his place. Oh, she realizes that the gig is up. No, jig is up. It's the jig is up, not the gig. Gig ain't up, but the jig be up. It seems Judge Gavel may have reached a similar conclusion to myself. You believe this to be a no mere coincidence, Mr. Edgeworth? I do. After all, she had the key, and the scent found lingering on the body is hers as well. Were it just one or the other, we might be able to brush it off as a coincidence, however. Indeed. Then it seems a conclusion approaches. We might be able to finish this case tonight! Perhaps we should hear what the warden has to say for herself. Oh, we're gonna do a cross-examination here. We should, and when we have, this case will finally be at an end. It's been so long. You're all being simply awful. Stop looking at me like that. Me, the killer? How could I possibly do such a thing? Okay, so yeah, testimony here. And then we gotta have a breakdown. Again, I want to see her coat separate into lots of tiny little brown and light brown animals. I didn't do it.
Verity told me everything she knows about the case, sweetie. The victim died in his cell, so by your logic, I would have had to kill him there. But how am I supposed to have moved the body? Especially as I never went into the prison. That's where we're gonna present the evidence, because when we look at the building layout diagram, we show that you can go from the detention center through the warden's office into the yard. So yeah. And again, what we ought to do is check the security footage to see if there's any footage of her entering into the breaker room right before all the cameras went out. So that's what we're gonna present the evidence for, most likely. I was too busy with work, you see. I was cooped up in my office until right before the show began. Check if you'd like. You won't find a record of anywhere my having entered or left the prison proper. I haven't the first idea what harebrained theories you little scamps have cooked up, but I'm innocent. There's simply no way I could be the killer.
Hey, give me a break. Mitchell doesn't lie. Believe me, he tried to tell a fib once, and I gave him such a look of disapproval. He would never dare lie again. Don't make it hard on everyone and just come clean. Also, once again, Detective Dick Gumshoe, thank you. That is my one line I am allowed every hour.
Oh dear, I'm afraid you are the ones making things difficult. As I just said, I never went into the prison. And you think I'm lying? Go and check the records. I don't know if she even, because she goes directly into the yard and dumps the body down the well, and we already established that it was Helmut who dragged the body into the workshop because he found the body, took it to Canis, and Canis like, away with you. She clearly wants us to check those records, which means they won't help us. We'll just have to find another way of getting the truth out of her. Please, Mr. Redgeworth, stop being such a big silly. You made a boo-boo when you know it. Oh.
All right, you guys, once again, I can't believe we've done so many of these tonight that I have to keep repeating it, but you guys know the drill. We save, press every statement, and then present our evidence. So let's do that for save. And we already know what we're gonna present. This is gonna be piece of cake. Let's see, Oak says, there was the redeem a poll. So this is all thing, a favorite name pun for AA community members' cats. Magpie says, okay is anachronistic because she's saying sus in 2019 and nobody used it until 2020. Vera says, salute. Queen Gator said, or maybe she was the trendsetter. Okay, we could go with that. Maybe she was just an avid Among Us player the next year and she was the one that got people to start saying it. Let's accept that as our headcanon. I like that. Nora said, no, not quite. Oak says, Hayden Atador. Oh, that's the explanations. Nora said, Oak, are you alive? Oak said, no, I died years ago. Nora said, wait, Mia can channel ghosts, can't she? Magpie says, this thing with pun names reminds me of the time I played Tengu Slayer, a tabletop RPG named He's a Black Slayer Bird because he was a black Slayer bird. Must have been made by the same people. Must have been. So you played a Tengu. Oh, you played a Tengu Slayer. For some reason, I thought that was the name of the tabletop RPG. So you played a Tengu Slayer in a tabletop RPG named Is a Black Slayer Bird. There we go. Nora says, well, could sniffle. Oak said, I don't actually know. I haven't played the game. I was just scrolling through pet pics to find ideas, and someone said that Maya should teach Mia to channel ghosts. They both. Well, actually, hang on. I don't. Because did Mia? Chad, could Mia? Maya always channeled ghosts. Did Mia leave the village and become a lawyer and never learn to channel? I'm not sure. Nora says, well, I mean, she was a spirit medium, so. Vera says, that was a pin message. Lord Fifth says, all right, Logan, I'm gonna go sleep. Still enjoy the great energy your streams have. I've taken care of it. Split fiction is fun. Thank you, Lord Fifth. So now we know we should be safe to do shout outs for Lord Fifth again. And I will do my best to cut that out of the VOD on YouTube. And yeah. But if some of you could be, hanging around the Discord so that if I can't figure out how to do it, you can walk me through it. I might need help because I've never done that before. Vera said, Molly is Oak's cat. Sorry, laughing. No, I figured it out. It's all good. Oak said, we forgive you, Vero. Vera said, rest well. To Lord Fifth, yes, thank you again for the raid, Lord Fifth. Have a good night. You're probably already gone, but I hope you sleep well. Nora says, hey, Oak, if I show you the drawing, you are not allowed to accuse me of anything, okay? Oak said, I had to vote for my cat, but Hayden at the door is my favorite one there. Oak says to Nora, I won't accuse you of anything. I may hint at something. And just state very obvious facts as well. Nora says, none of you are allowed to see the drawing, only Oak. That's a complete reversal. Oak said, it's insanely gay. I'm amazed Nora still can deny this. Nora said, she's not real. Leave me alone. Let me give my drawn self have love if real me can't. Oak said, can we be free now from slow mode? He's like 10 minutes behind. Oh, here's the timestamp to see. 2:09:19. So I'm only 5 minutes behind. So yeah. Let's see. I'm going to be careful not to accidentally click things this time. We're going to... Oh, it looks like it already turned off, so there. But if I then get further behind, we may have to turn it back on. Verity told me everything she knows about the case, sweetie. Hold it! Judge Gavell told you everything. Are you... close? I'm just saying we have a lot of gay men. Could use some gay women in this universe. How thick as thieves, darling? Why do you ask? Are you jealous? Oh, jealous? Oh, no! Heavens, no! Oh, I might accidentally brush up against a bosom or a buttock. Oh, what? Of what? I had to ask Warden Lagarde for a lot of information on the first day of our investigation. It seemed only right that I share some information in return. Oh, Verity, do you have to make it sound so awfully dry? I thought we had a lovely chat. There wasn't a lot of talking, but we both were using our mouths as some smooching. I simply shared the truth in our conversation. It was the least I could do. I'm not sure what's going on, but these two... Oh, they're going at it just off screen right now. Oh my, oh. They're terrifyingly formidable together. Are they really? Formidable together? The victim died in his cell, so by your logic, I would have had to have killed him there. Hold it! The murder took place in his cell? You seem very happy to accept that. Well, that's where I killed him. I mean, that's where I did not kill him. And why shouldn't I be? It seems like the most likely place for it to have happened without drawing attention. And besides, they found Knight's blood in his cell. Yes, but that was from being struck by Mr. Carcerato. Though I needn't tell her that, I suppose. Okay, so that's the game giving a hint that it's like, no, that's not the contradiction we're gonna deal with. I take it there's also been no testimony to the contrary. What does it matter? Knight being killed in his cell doesn't go against any of the facts anyway. But how am I supposed to remove the body? Especially as I never went into the prison. So that's where we're going to be presenting the diagram to show that she just cuts through her office. And are we never going to see what's on the other side of that electric fence? It makes me think of that scene in Jurassic Park where they like feed the goat to the dinosaurs and you just see the trees shaking. Hold it! Do you have any evidence that you didn't enter the prison? Please, darling, let me finish. Oh, that was the shortest. That has to be the shortest pressing ever. Have we ever had one that was shorter than that? Maybe in one of the games where the judge is like, yeah, stop asking questions. I was too busy with work, you see. I was cooped up in my office until right before the show began. Hold it! So you were in your office the whole time? And you didn't notice anything unusual, anything, as Kay would say, sus. Thank goodness in the current year, 2019, people do not say that. No, I can't say that I did. And you didn't notice anything missing? I must confess, I'm a rather messy girl. Oh, and a forgetful one at that. I put something down and it's lost forever. It's a curse, darling, a curse. I even lost some important evidence recently. It was gone. Poof, just like that. What? And she still has a job? Honestly, if somebody came into my office and took something, it might be years before I noticed. Ugh. It seems like I'll need more than the power room key to expose her. Okay, so that's telling us that it's not that's not what we'll present, because she's gonna just claim that the key could have been stolen from her on the day of the murder. I was working in my office, and looking for something I'd misplaced. I wonder if she's gonna try and claim it's the key that she misplaced. She's trying to preemptively get ahead of that.
Even if I'd had reason to go into the prison, I simply wouldn't have had the time. Check if you'd like. You won't find a record anywhere of me having entered the prison, entered or left the prison proper.
Hold it!
Last one to press here. Sure, maybe you didn't go through the main entrance to the prison, but what if you took another route? That's what I'm saying. Oh, crap. If Edward was saying that, am I wrong about what evidence I gotta present? Oh, come now, sweetie. Surely you don't mean that awful, filthy tunnel they discovered. Okay. Oh, she's trying to distract from the fact that she could have easily just gone through her office. Why, until yesterday, I had no idea it even existed. No, you had another way in. I'm certain of it. Are we gonna present it now? Is it another thing where I could have presented it like to the statement or wait for the pressing to do this? Let me read a couple comments in the chat though. Let's see. Oak, or read that from Oak. Nora said, Oak is not allowed to tell anyone about the drawing. Vera says, finally! Well, what was the finally, Vero? Quickita said, to be honest, depending on how he does in this and the next testimony, we could just do a little overtime for the final one. I feel like whenever chat asks me for a little overtime, we have a 4.5 hour stream. I guess we could, though. I don't know, but that'll just make it even more difficult for me dealing with all the editing later I gotta do. Oak says to Nora, says, it's a drawing of Nora asking Rise to be her Valentine and then being kissed on the cheek. Nora said, gosh, dang it. Quickita said, also chat, I have a fun fact incoming, one I almost spoiled Logan with many, many streams ago. Ooh. Let's see, Quickita said, captions, Detective Dick Gum Shoot. Oak says, I really need D ... Gumshoe. Magpie says, if this really was set in America, he'd be Detective Rick Gunshoot /J. Nora said, no /J. You right. Quickita said, captions, I mean, she was a spear medium. Magpie says, my favorite D&D character name remains my mimic thief named Jack Adventure Chest Tableson because he didn't know how names work and he had to make it up on the fly. Have I talked about this before? I remember years ago, I met this woman who moved here to the United States from China. And she went by the name Wendy, but I guess when you come from China, a lot of the time you'll pick like an anglicized sounding name because a lot of the time Chinese names are difficult to pronounce. Her Chinese name was Wenshin, so she picked Wendy because it was similar. But a lot of people when they come from China, they'll just pick random names, like, you know, Jonathan or Michael or whatever. But sometimes people from China don't know what are normal names here and what are not, and so they'll say like, what's a good name? Oh, I really like that Superman. I will be Superman, and it's like that's not a name. So that reminds me of that. So your mimic was just from another country then. Nora said, Maya was talking about how good of a spirit medium Mia was in case 2. Oh, okay. It's been a long time since I played it, Nora. Oak said to Queen Katie, a medium-sized spear. A medium-sized spear. I should take a sip and play some more. No, you had another way in, I'm certain of it. A route that didn't require going through the main entrance or the tunnel. Oh, okay, yeah, look at that. We don't have to present the evidence after all. The game treats us with respect, yeah. The route you took went through this location. Warden's office right there, yeah, present.
Take that!
This is the route you took to get into the prison. Crap, that's really vague. Was that not how I was supposed to click it? Was I supposed to click this doorway here or something? It is Dwalin, and how would that have worked? It is the warden's office. Yes! Didn't you say yourself that I didn't use the entrance or the tunnel? That's neither! No! I guess that wasn't it. It was it! Game is being dumb. Unload. Game. Game, why are you like this, game? Game, I'm starting to think you don't really love me, game. Are we gonna have to break up, game? Oh, see, over on YouTube Opinion says, remember to keep saving. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, so necessary. Thank you very much, Opinion. Okay, let's try and click precisely that door, this door right here. That door. Not the connecting corridor, not the tunnel, that door.
Take that!
No! What the? Maybe we gotta click this thing? Okay, let's try this. Load. Why is the game like this? Why is life so much pain? Why life be rope? Why rope is rope and life is life and life is rope and rope is life? Okay, we'll try clicking this now. This area in the yard.
Come on, game.
Take that!
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, really, game? You couldn't have inferred that from the warden's office, huh? What did you think? We went into the office and then back out in the tunnel? Game! Through the fence? And your office. And your office! Warden, you took Knight from his cell and brought him into your office, so I should have been able to click that game, which just happens to be connected to the yard. If you had a way through the fence, then you would have been able to circumvent both the entrance and the tunnel. Hey, a gold star for creativity, darling. And how would I have gotten through the fence, huh? Flip it off from the breakers just like you did for the cameras? The extremely high fence, topped with razor wire, with thousands of volts of electricity going through it. Yeah, how's she supposed to have gotten through that, That, topped with volts and razortricity. The fence's electricity supply can be cut off from the power room, and only you had the key, Warden. No one but you could have done it. Here's where she's gonna claim, well, the key is what I was missing, right? Utterly ridiculous. The power room is on the prison side of the yard. So she did it before. She turned off the fence earlier. Warden Lagarde was on the detention center side. How would she even have reached the power room? Exactly, Verity, darling. Oh, well, clever puss. You dug yourself a real hole now. There is no record of Warden Lagarde having entered the prison proper. Oh. Then the idea that she could have shut off the fence by using the breaker is out of the question. Oh! But there must be some way she could have done it. Take a deep breath, big guy. Lose your cool and you've lost everything. Seriously, you got nothing else going for you. And cool is being very generous. Have you seen the way you dress? But if I don't find a solution, she might still wriggle out of this. Hey, I said take a deep breath, not freak out and completely lose your cool. Very similar sounding phrases. Understandable to get them mixed up. There's nothing to be gained by banging your head against the same wall, yeah? No matter how you look at it, Warden Lagarde couldn't have done it alone. Sawit's bracelet doesn't set off the alarms in the doors. So she didn't do it. She gave Sawit the key and had him go and do it. And I'm not sure why he would. Maybe she's going to put like in a good word for him in the parole board. Oh, crap. I accidentally tapped twice again. My space bar is still very temperamental. Well, okay, I got to read everything. Mr. Edgeworth, if you cannot find objection! You aren't doing yourself any favors by obstructing justice with your silence. That was a reflexive objection. It was just a premature objection. Happens to anybody. I'm a little tired. Take a break, get some electrolytes and try again later. But now that I've yelled it, if I don't come up with an answer, it's all over. So let's save. In case I don't know exactly what the answer is, it's going to be that he'll say he needed help, and who is it? It's going to be Sawit. Either that or we'll present Sawit's bracelet as evidence for how to get it turned off, right? I have one more thing to add, if you will permit me. Something that explains how the warden could have shut off the breaker from the wrong side of the fence. Yes, because it's not as impossible as it seems. Let me read a couple more comments in the chat, because now that slow mode's off, I'm sure I'm getting farther behind. Oak says, yay, freedom! Vero says, oh. Magpie says, they're lesbians, Harold. It's like someone watching through the windows. They're lesbians, Harold. Nora said, I think they're gay, chat. Oak says, hey, Longa, would you still drink water if I told you but didn't redeem the hydrate? Sure, I'll do that right now. Thank you very much, Oak, for the manual hydration. Thank you very much. Nora says, anywho, as I was saying, there are not obvious facts except that real me isn't allowed love and doesn't want love, so Drawn Me gets love instead. I thought you just said that you're scared of girls. You seem to love them, but you're just scared of them. And being scared of them doesn't mean that you don't love them. Oak says, man, I miss Judge Udgy. I do too. Nora said, I miss Athena. Oak says, I miss Maya. Nora said, me too. Oak said she just left as Brat Summer did. And there's Magpie with another hydrate. Okay, so maybe this is why I shouldn't allow people to just manually hydrate, because then I get a lot of water. Hang on. Thank you, Magpie. Magpie says, I got you, Oak. Oak said, thank you, Magpie. Nora said, apparently Lagarde and Verity fan art does not exist. It's got to exist. It's got to exist. Magpie says, that sounds homophobic. Shake my head. Did you check under their fanlation names? Oh, good call. Oak says, hey, Logan, what is your biggest fear? I'm curious. Probably either falling from great heights or dying alone. Mostly dying alone, since I don't encounter great heights very often. Said also another question, what is your least favorite Transformer that you own? Vero's not gonna like this, but I do own an Ultra Magnus, and I don't particularly like that Ultra Magnus guy. Wait, do you mean characters or the toy itself? Because there have been some toys where I've gotten it because I like the character, and then I get the toy and I'm like, this toy sucks. So there are some toys that are awful. See, Queen Gator said, did you check for Patricia and Justine? Oh, I remember it was Justine Court. I'm trying to remember what Fifi Lagarde's fan name was. Magpie says, yeah, he was from a country called A Dungeon, laughing. Queen Katie said, also Logan, it was just press here and then present yard, lol. Oak said, Queen Katie, wait, Patricia, that's her fan name? Magpie says, yeah, she was Patricia Rowland. There we go. Queen Katie said, Patricia Rowland, yep, that's what Fifi is. Queen Katie said, Logan, no, I had faith. What, you should learn not to have faith in me. I'm not good at this. I'm not good. Okay, let's play a little bit more. Yes, because it's not as impossible as it seems. Although in that case, though, that wasn't my fault. I was totally clicking the part of the route. And the game was like, no, you have to click this exact pixel. What enabled her to shut off the breaker? Her position, an accomplice. The time of the murder, everyone was asleep. An accomplice. She couldn't have done it alone. But what if she wasn't alone? Oh, now we're talking. A lady who's not alone. I mean, we can stop and discuss this for a bit, then we gotta get back to the case later. Way to flex the old gray matter, kiddo. I believe that Warden Lagarde had an accomplice. Enough. You disappoint me, Mr. Edgeworth. And hey, good news, if it is Frank Sawheat, that means he hopefully shouldn't get his early release and accomplice to murder. Maybe he just stays in prison forever. I'm still surprised he didn't get the death sentence. You disappoint me, Mr. Edgeworth. Hey, what do you mean? Mr. Edgeworth has said nothing wrong, and here we go. That was my second once-an-hour line that I get in this game. Just reminding you, Dick Gumshoe still exists. Now we return to your regularly scheduled video gaming. The inmates of this prison are all issued security braces. Oh, they're making it too obvious it's Sawheat now. The ones that raise the alarm if people go where they're not supposed to. Oh! Wait, it's obvious. It's Frank Sawheat. Even I know that now, and I am a literal mouth breather. I see you have realized your error, and we are, of course, within the prison grounds, where not only are the bracelets worn, but even the guards surveil each other for signs of wrongdoing. And despite all that, no one noticed Mr. Carcerato's escape. So maybe before Carcerato used the prison uniform, Sawheat used the prison uniform to disguise himself as a guard to go in there and do that. The only ones who are free to roam are the animals. And they most certainly could not have operated the breaker. I don't know, I think you could train an animal to flip a switch. No. So our accomplice must be human. Then who did it, given that it cannot have been a prisoner or a guard? I wouldn't be so quick to rule out either, Your Honor. The fact is, there is one person, someone whose movements weren't restricted. And I have just the evidence to show who that free-roaming person was. I could present a profile. You're gonna press E. I could just go over here and I could present Frank Sawheat. But apparently no! It says evidence! I have to show evidence of who he was! Bracelet!
Take that!
This is one of the prisoner's bracelets. Indeed. A broken bracelet belonging to a certain self-proclaimed mortal prisoner. What do you mean? And who is this prisoner? Now, are you gonna make me click Frank Sawwheat again? Thank you, game. Frank Sawwheat, Warden Lagarde's favorite inmate. Let me read some more in the chat. Nora with some question marks. Magpie says patrol. Queen Gator said Fifi Lagarde equals Patricia Rowland, aka Patrol. Oak says, oh. Queen Gator said, Logan, stop dying for dumb things. It wasn't a dumb. It was what the game was doing was dumb. Queen Gator says, yay. Nora said, it still doesn't exist, frowning. Maybe you just need to practice better Google foo. Queen Gator said, it was the yard. Nora said, do I need to make the very first ever Verity X Lagarde fan art? Sigh, do I need to put the drawing of me and Rise in the server? Oak says, yes, the people want to see. Nora said, why? Said, do they? Oak says, yeah, Edgeworth, you have to bang your head against multiple walls. Oak says, yes. Nora says, why? Oak says, I'd ask the people. Nora said, I'm asking the people. To the people, why? Queen Gator said, Miles is pulling a Phoenix move, ... bluffing to the max. Oak said, I wish I was wealthy enough for objection. I wish I was wealthy enough to buy a big house. Magpie says, objection! I was hoping that I would come up with something by the time I had finished my objecting. I did. Oh, I remember when Edgeworth did that. Oh, that was good times. Nora said to Oak, no, people responded. I don't think people want to see. Oak says, I want people to see. Nora said, no, but I'm airway, so I don't want love. Why? Oak says, evidence. Nora said, also, I'm scared of women. No. Vera says, Logan, scandalized, gasp. What'd I do? Vera, what'd I do? What'd I do? Said, it's okay, more Ultra Magnus for me. Oh, that's what it is. That's what it is. I'm just not an Ultra Magnus enjoyer. I'm sorry. I don't know why this popped in my head. I think it's just the use of the word enjoyer. Vero, while you're here, and I don't know, maybe other people will find this interesting. Here's a bit of Transformers trivia for you. Vero, you know how you got the 13 original Primes? Well, one of them, Nexus Prime, was originally, when they first made a toy of him, it was a convention exclusive toy, they decided to call him Nexus Maximus, without stopping to think, hey, before we name this guy, maybe we should Google the name to see if it's already taken. They slapped that name on. And apparently, somebody, then a fan's like, I'm gonna Google Nexus Maximus, see what else there is out about this guy, and found out that apparently that is a brand name for a type of, should we say a toy of another sort that a woman might purchase that would be delivered in the mail in discreet packaging, shall we say. And so then they changed his name to Nexus Prime. There we go. Frank Sawwheat, Warden Lagarde's favorite inmate. Oh, that's a new sprite. Her pupils are gone, but look at that. The mink is drinking her tears. I'm growing stronger on your sadness. It's salty, but I still drink it. It's strange, isn't it, Warden, that he was able to keep his broken bracelet hidden and wander freely around the prison all the while. Oh, that's pretty funky, and I don't mean in a good way. It couldn't be the case that he was permitted some sort of special leeway, could it? Although you are in the habit of giving such leeway to certain others, body armor Canis, for example. Mr. Edgeworth, that is pure speculation. Objection! In that case, why don't we ask Mr. Sawwheat himself? I'm confident he will confirm for us that he and Warden Lagarde were accomplices in this crime. Why? Why would he confess to that? Edgeworth, why? If the two of them had worked together, a certain route into the prison becomes viable. The real route by which Knight was moved from his cell to the prison proper. Recall that there were two big obstacles in her path. First, the security camera outside Knight's cell. Second, the electrified fence in the yard. Did we ever find out what the alligator ate that was metal? It was something that Sawwheat threw to him to... Maybe it was the key? Did he throw the key to the alligator and the alligator ate it? And now she's just waiting for the alligator to poop it out and hope she doesn't need to use the power room again until then? Second, the electrified fence in the yard. But she was able to remove both obstacles in one fell swoop. by having Mr. Sawwheat shut off the corresponding breakers. All right, Mr. Redgeworth, you've had your fun. And, yes, my job is fun, yes, but do you still deny it, Warden Lagarde? No, darling, you got me. I admit it. I'm a murderer. Case closed. Oh, what she's probably gonna say, I admit that I allowed Sawwheat to have that bracelet, that I knew about it, but she's still gonna deny the murder, right? Warden, oh, tell me this isn't true. Sorry, Verity, honey, I'm afraid it is. Frankie helped me do it. Wait, so she is just admitting to the murder? Or is she gonna say, yeah, she's admitting, but we all have to keep it tight-lipped because of the whole Zhangfa international incident thing? She didn't have a breakdown! She just like, yeah, I did what? No way. There's gotta be more to this, right? You did it, Mr. Edgeworth, you got her! Nice shooting, cowboy. She won't be wriggling out of this now. As Mr. Edgeworth said, I had Frankie switch off the breaker. But we didn't kill Knight, did we? No, Sweetums, we did. Why would you have him turn off the breaker? What is she claiming here? No, Sweetums, no, we didn't. What? Warden, explain yourself. Oh, Verity, dear, I doubt your precious goddess will want to hear my excuses now. She is all merciful. You have but to confess, and you shall be saved. Oh, is that all? Like, so if... Crap, so every time we got a murderer to confess, they got acquitted because they're forgiven? That's how these judges work? Oh, gosh, all right, I was being threatened. Is she going to say threatened by Simeon Saint? He's not a very scary guy. He's being ratatouilleed around everywhere. Even if he did do the murder, the rat would be the real murderer. I had no choice but to do as he said. Sob story music. Let me read a couple more comments in the chat. Nora said, do the people want to see the drawing? If not, it will not be shared with the people. Oak says, bahaha. Everyone say yes. I want you all to see. Nora said, everyone say no. Oak said, Logan, don't worry. You will not die alone. Weedle will always be there to call you a puppy kicker. By die alone, I mean without a wife. Without having been married. That's what I want. Nora said, no responses. Yay! Oak said, wait, why did I do the question mark? I meant to say exclamation point. Quickity said, little does Logan know what my fun fact is about to be about. Nora said, the people have not spoken. I do not have to share it. It says, haha, loser, no accusations today. Oak said, also, Longa, what is the most mid-transformer you own? That's harder to, like, decide, because it's just, like, just a very average one that I have little feelings about. I feel like those ones I don't think about very much. I'm not sure. Nora said, oh, Vera said, funny enough, Nexus is my fave prime, at least in TFO. My favorite is still Alchemist Prime. Because, okay, I'll tell you on Discord, I should stop giving Transformers facts in here that nobody else cares about. I would tell you why Alchemist Prime is my favorite, the original 13. But anyway, Nora said, oh dear. Magpie says, that's hilarious about Nexus laughing. Quinkita says, oh my. Crystal says, class isn't over yet. Hoo-hoo. So get the raids chat. Oh yeah, crap. We're after the 2. Wow. We're almost to the 2 hour 45 minute mark. Yeah, now's a good time to start keeping an eye out for raid suggestions. Anybody have some raid suggestions on a body? Thank you very much, Crystal, for the reminder. Vera said, well, poor guy. Nora says, Crystal. Nora said to Oak, I'll share the drawing if you give me more money, though, or be awake like 9 a.m. for you tomorrow. And Oak with a clip. Let me load this up with the clip viewer. Wait, is this our first clip of the night? It is. For some reason, I thought we had clipped a couple things earlier, and it's from only 5 minutes ago. I'm doing really well at getting close to catching up the chat. This is titled Slurp. Slurp. Oh, that's a new sprite. Her pupils are gone, but look at that. The mink is drinking her tears. I'm growing stronger on your sadness. It's salty, but I still drink it. And then it cuts off right there. Thank you very much for the clip from 6 minutes ago. I'm so close to catching up to the chat.
Let's see. Oh, and I'm still caught up over on YouTube. Let's see. Magpie says, I think Verity's white robe is actually pink, which makes me think she put it in the wash with the rest of her outfit. And it just like, oh, and so the red from that like bled in and turned it pink. I will accept that headcanon. And maybe it's symbolic that she used to be pure and white, but then was corrupted by, I don't know, she's a bad guy now. Oak says to Nora, you know, I could post it myself for free. Nora says, Mo, no. Magpie says, I don't know, Oak, that sounds like bullying at that point. Quickita said, fun fact, incoming soon. And the end of chat is in sight, so let's play a little bit more. We got the sad music going. I had no choice but to do as he said. Who's he? It's either be Simeon Saint, and she's gonna try and pin it on him. Or she's gonna say, like the president of Zhang Fa, and she's actually telling the truth. She's trying to blame Canis. Body Harmer Canis, that awful assassin. Do we think she's telling the truth? Because like sad music is playing. So maybe he got hired by the king of Zhang Fa to kill Bronco Knight to silence him about the assassination attempt being staged. But he could threaten her. I guess he could threaten her that he'll have his dog kill her or something. But she's claiming she didn't do the actual. So is she gonna say that she took Helmut in and the dog still did the killing himself? I don't know. Okay, I'm a little bit confused. I thought we had this figured out. Canis? How long has it been since that awful man came here to my beautiful prison? I'll never forget the day he arrived. Oh, look, the poor mink. The poor mink looks so distressed. And she's got so much detail in the shading on her face. The moment we were alone, he said this to me. He said in his scratchy little voice, you should know that I have other dogs. Dogs not confined to this fine institution. Others? Yes, very loyal dogs. Dogs who will do anything I ask of them. Of course he wasn't talking about real dogs. Let's be clear about that. It was a metaphor. He was talking about his very human cronies, who may or may not have also had dogs. I didn't clarify that. Also, my hat has a little keyhole shaped like a key on it and a prison door. I just noticed that. I've been wearing this hat all this time and I never realized. Does the guard uniform have one of those? The one in your organizer? Oh, well, you already got rid of it? Okay, because it wasn't important anymore. All right, moving on. And then he said one last thing. I would recommend that you take care in how you treat me during my stay here. I wouldn't want to have to set my dogs on you or your precious family. Sorry, my impression of him isn't very good, but it was very scary at the time, very frightening. I had no choice. I gave him that cell. I gave him everything he asked for. Everything? Wait, is that how he became the fixer? Yes, darling, I obeyed his every command and smuggled in for him all that he wanted. Eventually, I brought dear sweet Frankie into our little conspiracy. He agreed right away, of course, because I made things easier for him, too. So, you were smuggling in contraband? How, exactly? Once a week, late at night, Frankie would shut off the breakers. That allowed me to go from my office into the yard without being seen by the cameras. She probably always dumped it down the well, and then Helmut would go and retrieve it, and that's why Helmut discovered the body, because he was supposed to be bringing contraband from Canis. So she's telling the truth? So she's not the murderer. It actually was Canis somehow, or his dog? I mean, we did see come to think of it, we did see the dog in the opening animation. I should have remembered that. Then I simply dropped the packages down the well on the prison side and went back through the fence. Each one of them spritzed with a little of my perfume. So that's why. So the dog smells the sweet scent, goes and gets. Interesting, okay. So, that's what the sweet smell was. Yes, it was a signal for Canis's dog. When he picked up the scent, he would fetch the packages and bring them back to his master. We had to make sure Rocco wasn't in his cell at the time, of course.
It can't have been easy keeping him from finding out. I hope it's okay that I said another line, even though it hasn't been that long since my last one. I miss being an important character. It was really nice last stream.
Let me read a couple more comments in the chat. See, Queen Giddy says, captions, I'm a Mario, taste closed. I don't even know what I must have said. Oak says to Magpie, yeah, I wouldn't post them unless she lets me, but this could help my negotiations. Well, Oak, don't tell her that you wouldn't post them. Now your leverage is gone. Nora said, bro, it's so obvious they like each other. What negotiations? Bro, Verity and Lagarde are so dating. Oak says, you have but with 2 T's to confess. Magpie says, I am interested in anything named Alchemist Prime. Okay, so all it is, in the old Marvel comics, okay, when the Marvel comics were coming out monthly here in the United States, over in England, they were coming out weekly. So they had to write like extra stories every single month. And in them, the head writer, Simon Furman, created a bar on Cybertron called McAdam's Old Oil House, headed by a bartender named McAdam. And years later, he wrote some blurbs for a book called Transformers: The Ultimate Guide. And in the entry about McAdam, Simon Furman entered a little thing where it said there are rumors that McAdam is secretly one of the original 13 Transformers. It has a big old picture of him, and he's there, and it's like, it's the guy from the comics. I remember him. And he's cool. He has a little mustache, and he has part of his stuff on his chest looks like a little bow tie. And they later went with it, and they confirmed that McAdam was, and that he was Alchemist Prime. And I love the stories with McAdam's Old Oil House in those UK comics. They're just really fun. And so I just love that he actually got canonically confirmed as an alternate identity for Alchemist Prime. So that made me happy. It's like never mentioned in the comic books at all. Never mentioned at all. But it's just like assumed knowledge amongst the fandom because of Transformers: The Ultimate Guide. Because it's not even a book like reading a story. It's just like a blurb talking about this is McAdam's Old Oil House. Because what was so fun about it is it's the one piece of neutral territory on Cybertron where Autobots and Decepticons go in and they all share a drink together because there's no fighting allowed inside. And so it's the one time you get to see like Autobots and Decepticons interacting where they're not like at each other. And I love it. I love that type of idea that it's like neutral ground for them in their war. Anyway, so that's Alchemist Prime. So if you didn't want to hear that, blame Magpie, I guess. Nora said, raid suggestion. Oh, it's Quiche. I think we did just raid her not too long ago. She is great. So I'll copy that down. But if anybody has any other raid suggestions of people we haven't raided, Oak says, I don't have any raid suggestions that we haven't raided recently. Nora said we raided them recently, but oh well. Oak says, at least raid suggestions that don't have like 30 viewers themselves. Oh, that was held by Automod, but it expired. Oak said, or at least there we go, 30 watchers. And Nora said, or caught redheaded, but she has like 30 viewers. I'll copy that down, because who knows? Maybe she'll say or do something horrible that'll chase away all of her viewers or watchers or whatever word we want to use. Magpie with a raid suggestion. Let me copy this one down. Thank you very much, Magpie. So we got some good ones here. I hope this is helping us appreciate all the hard work that Crystal does to track down and find raid suggestions, because she always has like 6 or 7 of them. And I don't know how, but she's just very good at what she does. Let's see. And Nora says, oopsies, I forgot the view word. Said, there we go, 30 observers. Oak said, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Okay, I will read some more of the chat in just a minute here, but let's get back to this.
It can't have been easy keeping him from finding out.
Oh, well, we're all very much creatures of habit here in the prison, darling. Okay, so that means Sawit didn't know that he was helping a murder. So he was an unwitting accomplice. He just knew that the warden tells him every week to go in and shut off this breaker, and he's doing what she says. So he didn't know that was going to get Knight killed. So he actually was not being a McMurderson in this. Everything runs to a schedule, meals, exercise hours, that sort of thing. We knew when he wasn't there. And that adorable little bear of his freezes with fright at the sight of Candace's dog, poor thing. So there was no risk of him raising the alarm either. Okay, so that's why the dog, okay. She has oversight over everything here at the prison, which made her the perfect mule. With her on his side, Canis couldn't fail.
Frankie would sneak out again early in the morning to switch the breakers back on, and our work was done. Apart from fixing the time codes on the cameras, which I would do later when I got the chance. You have shared a great deal, Warden. So do we not get to see her breakdown? We don't get to see if her coat is made up of numerous brown minks as well? Or foxes, I don't know. The goddess of justice will surely take your honesty into account. I've been the most dreadful fool, I know I have. I'm supposed to be the one in charge. The day and night's murder was also one of our delivery days, and so Frankie, bless his heart, did his usual work with the breakers, but there was no package for me to deliver that day, so I didn't go out into the yard. So, that's the secret behind the fixer system, and why she was ... The police have been trying to track down his accomplices for the longest time. Even I've had to lend them a hand myself, you know. Heaven knows how many times I've hauled the secretive scoundrel into my office to talk to him. So every time is to get more instructions on stuff. Oh, let me read some more in the chat. Okay. Queen Gator says, hey, I can finally reshare this spoilery fun fact, lol. 1 out of 2. Am I cleared to read this time? Am I allowed to read it this time? I just want to make absolutely sure. I'll look at my overlay with the very bottom of the chat. If someone just wants to type yes, just to make sure. I'll start reading it very slowly. Okay, there, Queen Bacata says, yes, you are good. Says, hey, I can finally share it. Says, Frank Sawit's appearance in The Captive Turnabout suggests that not everyone convicted of homicide. Oh, I remember this. Yeah, and because you were doing a fun fact and like I got interrupted partway through by a sound alert. And it's like, Logan, don't read it. Suggests that not everyone convicted of homicide in the Ace Attorney series is given a life sentence or the death penalty, as it's indicated that he would have been eligible for parole shortly after the case, if not for him being Lagarde's accomplice. This is what I almost pulled Logan's on the accomplice part, lol. Thank you, Past Bureau, for stopping Logan from reading that. So, but again, he wasn't her accomplice in the murder, it sounds like, because it sounds like he didn't know that this was for murder. And I'm gonna be honest, like if the warden, well, it depends on how much she told him, I guess. If she told him that, hey, this is to deliver packages or whatever. I mean, if he was just following instructions, anyway, it's interesting. Queen Gator said 2 out of 2. My camera died, but it's back. Said this is consistent with real life, where murders committed in the spur of the moment, second-degree murder, are generally punished less severely than those that are premeditated first-degree murder. Oh, because that's right, because he just was in there and he was like stealing stuff and then El Kabonged Larry's girlfriend, right? In fact, given the relatively short amount of time that Sawit served, around 2 years, 9 months before his near parole, it's possible that he was convicted of a lesser crime such as manslaughter, as the first game does not indicate that he actively intended to kill Cindy Stone. Okay, so that would be like, yeah, because that's third degree, because I think third degree is where you don't have premeditation or intent. Because like first degree is you premeditated and you intended. Second degree is you intended, but it wasn't premeditated. It was a spur of the moment thing, right? So third degree is where it was spur of the moment and you weren't really trying to kill a person, but it was like your actions did lead to the person's death. There we go. Oh, with an exclamation point, Vera said, McAdam is secretly, what? Yeah, it's great. He's one of the third. For the longest time, it wasn't really confirmed. And they were like being cagey about it. I think Hasbro didn't want to. But I'm also upset because there's another one of the 13 primes that I would list as my other co-favorite, but he's been decanonized. His name is Logos Prime. And he's who my Steam username is named after. So when you guys add me, you see that. Because Logos Prime was another prime, but he did some time traveling shenanigans, and I think he was fighting against Vector Prime. And in the end of it, I think he got like erased from the timeline. And so he like got retroactively like erased from it. And so in Transformers 1, he was replaced by Zeta Prime, who was just a normal prime, who was one of Optimus Prime's predecessors, like before Sentinel Prime. He wasn't supposed to be an original 13. And in the current toys, they're making the 13th member be like a reincarnated version of Optimus Prime, which is like dumb, I think. Just make me a new Logos Prime toy, Hasbro. Just recanonize him. Please, I will buy that. I'll buy 2 of them. Magpie says that's neat. Nora says One Piece. Oak says it's the One Piece. New chapter is peak, by the way. Nora said so in sync. And then Nora said Cut Redheaded is my bestie. Sid, she is awesome. Said Lagarde and Verity should kiss. Oh, I'm so close to catching up to chat. And also, we're almost at the 3-hour mark. Let's find a good pausing moment that we're going to be able to use tonight in a little bit. We're still open for more raid suggestions, though, if anybody else has some. Heaven knows how many times I've hauled the secretive scoundrel into my office to talk to me. But no matter what I say and how much evidence I present him with, he simply won't say a word. That's why you were interrogating Mr. Canis over and over. Exactly. I was trying to. Oh, my poor Mink. Oh, he was so scared for a second. Oh, but we did see this sprite once before. I was trying to track down those horrible hench people of his. Oh, that's another new one. I borrowed everything the police had on that rotten scoundrel. I watched his every move, intercepted every letter he wrote, and she probably felt like she couldn't really tell anybody because she didn't know if he was also blackmailing other people as well. His letters. Then I suppose she must know about his correspondence chess games too. Let's save. Oh, I wonder, maybe we're finally going to get to use that dog chess piece. Maybe that somehow contains instructions in it? Like it's hollowed out and he puts notes in it? I don't know. But no matter what I did, I couldn't turn up any clues as to who his underlings were. Living and feel like this, you just can't comprehend it. As you have just heard for yourself, Mr. Edgeworth, the words of Warden Lagarde's confessions have cleansed her of all suspicion. I feel like we should verify this first. Lying exists. A lot of people have done that before when accused of murder. Let's also save again now that we got some background music. And let's fully catch up to chat because I'm so close to catching up to chat. Let's see. Quicky said, yes, you're good. Oak says, did Frank even saw it? Vera says, I didn't know that. Nora says, yes. Said also sigh. Oak has permission to send my drawing to the server. Beowulf says, she is now a protogen. Crap, what's a protogen? I need to Google this. I'm not sure what that is. Protogen. What is a protogen? A fictional anthropomorphic cyborg from the furry fandom, and has a picture of someone in a furry suit, but with like a face with a digital output, like a, I don't know what you'd even call that. Oh, what were the two musicians that always had the helmets? Daft Punk. It's like a Daft Punk furry. Is that what a protogen is, Beowulf? And Oak with the timestamp 3 hours. Nora said Verity is one letter away. Verify is one letter away from Verity. No, don't make it here. Okay, whatever. Oak says, what? Magpie says, yeah, the digital output is key to a protogen. And there we go, 3 hours, 1 minute, 45 seconds. I caught up to chat for the first time of the night. I have never heard of that before, but to be fair, I don't really know about furry lingo. And over on YouTube, Weedle! Over on YouTube said, hello, puppy kicker, stink not eating enough fun dip man and a stinky puppy kicker. Weedle! I don't know how long ago you posted that, but how you doing? So good to see you over on YouTube. At that, Beowulf said, protogens notably have a visor, but are not fully robotic. So is it always like just the face? Is that like a rule that we have? Okay, let me take a look at these raid suggestions that we have here. And see which one of them fits our qualifications, because we are past the 3 hour mark. If you are lurking, if you could just hang out like a minute for the raid, I would take that personally as a big favor to me. I'm just saying. So let's see. So yeah, the one that caught red-headed has like a lot of viewers, like 29 viewers. This other one is doing like a just chatting stream for only 5. Oh, but it's followers only chat. I don't like doing followers only, so we're probably not going to do that. So I guess we can raid Caught Red-Headed, or that even though she has a lot of viewers, I will give another opportunity here in case anybody else wants to give another raid suggestion. Thank you, Toilet Duck. Even though I already saved, as I've said before, I'm a good trained Pavlovian dog, and I will save again. Let's see, Quickita says, thank you for the very jail stream. See y'all next time for some metaphoring. And Magpie says, good night, Logan. And Nora says, did. Sid. Beowulf says, compare that to a synth, which is similar to Protogen at face value, is fully robotic. Is that like a synth in like Fallout 4? Nora said, my bestie. Magpie says, oh, here's another raid suggestion. We'll check to see if this one has fewer viewers. So we'll copy this down as one more option that we can check out. Thank you very much, Oak. Where did I leave off? I'm sorry. There we go. Oak said, there's a Magpie. Magpie that did that. I don't know why I said the Oak did it. Magpie, thank you very much for that one.
while playing Persona 5 with only 3 viewers. That's even less. So yeah, we could probably do that one then if we want to do that raid to go, and is not on followers only. Let's see. Oak said, thank you for the very tear liquor stream. Made me smile. Nora said, Sid is awesome. I'm sure she is. She's obviously got a lot of people watching, so I'm sure she's very awesome. Vera said, good timing because I finished sketch just now. Ah! Nora said, wait, no. Oak said, good night, everyone. Nora said, wait. Vera said, one of TFA is silly. Thank you for being big noises as always. Nora said, Raid said, I beg of you. She's already got like a ton of people. I want to try and prioritize people with fewer number of viewers. Spread the love. Beowulf said, protogens also make use of literal nano machines so they can open their mouths because they do have to eat. Oh, I see. Nora with a frown face. Oak said, guys, who is Logan Robo? I don't even know. Let me see over on YouTube. Weedle is saying, good. And Opinion says, next stream. Almost got it. Oh, for sure. For sure. We're going to finish this next stream. But I have a feeling that if we keep going, it's going to like take an hour to get through whatever cutscenes they have left because we probably got to like go and talk to Canis or something like that. Magpie says, maybe he's a protogen. He's got Robo in his name. Well, I don't think I'm an animal, and I don't think my face is a digital readout, so, but then again, I'm not an expert on these matters, so I could be wrong. Quick said, next stream for sure. Yes, so if you are lurking, let me give you the rundown on everything. We stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays, currently alternating between this, Ace Attorney Investigation 2, Prosecutor's Gambit, and Metaphor Refantasio. So tomorrow's Metaphor, we are going to add a special Saturday stream, which is also, coincidentally, going to be Queen Katie's birthday. We're looking at playing Rune Factory 4, and you can discover why I hate farming simulation games. So check that out, unless anyone gives an even more amazing suggestion. I'm sure it's already been posted, but here's a link tree that I'm going to copy over to YouTube as well, so if anyone's over on YouTube and wants to check it out. This has a Discord invite link, what my TikTok should be, except it got hacked and I still haven't got it back, so it doesn't lead to anything now because they changed the username. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, all the good stuff. Here is our raid suggestion. Vera said, see you guys tomorrow. Oak said, yeah, no P5 spoilers. Oh, hang on. The raid, because it keeps doing the space there. Bill said, time to find a synth base to make a Logan persona. If somebody else makes it, does it really count? Anyway, yeah, Bill says, bye, Logan. Yes, everybody, thank you all for being here. Love and appreciate you all. You're all amazing. Thank you for hanging out with me. You're the best. Have a wonderful time. We'll see you tomorrow for Metaphor. Good night, everybody. Bye. Bye, everybody. Bye. 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 And for those on YouTube or watching the VOD who hopefully are seeing it after I've fixed it and edited out the faux pas, good night as well.